two. Oh, let me make sure my audio. I did this last time too, I think. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ring Post Radio, the only show that after doing 7 weeks of audio, 7 weeks, 7 hours of audio, 7 hours of audio, we are back yet again for another episode for your kind ear holes. I'm Ryan19. With me, as always, is the Dr. Disrespect cosplayer, Scotty Edwards. Scotty, how you doing today?
I'm very tired.
You look cool. You look cool. You can't even if you're not listening to
Thanks.
not watching the video version. You definitely, you're definitely rocking the
I need to bring this
shades.
closer. I need to bring this closer. I need to bring this closer.
You're rocking the shades. You're rocking the headband.
I'm rocking the shades because I have bags under my bags on my eyes because I'm so tired.
You got sub bag.
I slept for like maybe an hour and 45 minutes before Stardom show. Learned that the pre-show wasn't airing at 3:30, so I was just sitting there for 30 minutes. I played God of War.
Naturally.
I was sick at 3:30, and then at 4:00 the show started. The show went a little long because they did like this 20-minute segment introducing us to all the actresses and Momo Kogo that are trying to be Mayu Iwatani in her movie. That was fun. That was great. That was so long. I wanted to cry. Yuri, by the way, walking away with that. She dressed up just like Mayu. It was actually impressive.
I didn't know Mayu was getting a movie.
Yeah, she's getting a movie about her life because she's Mayu Iwatani, bitches. She's a goat. Shut up. Anyone that disagrees with me can just log off now. Anyways, that's not true. Don't log her off. Just give me who your goat is, and then I'll tell you why you're wrong. That's actually way more entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's pure audio right there. That's pure audio gold right there.
Yeah. So I watched all the show. Ended at about 7:15. Not too shabby.
And then
but there was no way I walked right into bed and fell asleep. I didn't fall asleep probably till 7:30, 7:45. And Ryan, I don't know if you know this, but I had to be up an hour and 15 minutes later to record this. And obviously we're starting a little late because I literally looked at my phone. I said, "Oh, look, he sent the link." And I just sat there in pain. As I said, I will get out of this bed. I will get on this podcast and we will succeed. But I'm not going to do it without having to fight to do it.
Yeah.
So ultimately what I'm saying is I have fought to be on here today. I have sunglasses on because I am tired and the light hurts. I have a headband on because my hair is hideous. But I'm here because it's dedication. Because for some reason I said, no, I need to record for an 8th or 9th hour with Ryan this week. That's what I said. So, hello, everybody. It's been a long week.
It has been a long week. Yeah. And if it's not coming off completely, Scotty is, what did you say? 3 hours of sleep. A little spicy this morning. Which will just make the takes all the more better, I think.
Thankfully, I'm not going out today. So
currently you look like you're going out on the town. I don't know.
Well, I'm not. I am gonna I will probably rest the entire day, and that will be great.
Beautiful. Well, I'm glad you're here with us, Scotty. And you've always been the trooper. You've always been the trooper of both Stardom Wrestling and Ring Post Radio, I would say.
Listen. Dedication to Stardom for reasons I may never fully understand. But I'm told I have a press pass when I get to Japan. I said, that's awesome. That's a long time away, but that's awesome. So someday
One of these
someday
days,
this will all be worth it.
One of these days, you and I are gonna travel to Japan, travel to Tokyo. We'll do Wrestle Kingdom, and we'll do Stardom have a show around Wrestle Kingdom. I feel like they do typically.
Yeah, they have an official show now, which I will get to later.
Oh, perfect.
Like an official branded show, which is very exciting.
Very exciting.
As someone that desperately wanted them to have a branded show every single year that people can go to.
Yeah, it feels
on the same date.
It feels like between that and then like them expanding their touring around Japan, definitely feels like they're taking on like the New Japan model of business, I guess. And
yeah, except they have such a better roster because I don't have to see Toriano wrestle. So,
how dare
or
you?
Chase fucking Owens, or Bad Luck Fale, great guy here, but terrible wrestler. Or I'm not gonna keep naming people. I got unblocked by Tama Tonga the other day. I was so happy.
You got unblocked. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's like this guy must have saw that I said nothing bad about him. And he was like, you know what? This guy's cool. Or he just unblocked a bunch of people. That also was probably what happened.
He's a face now, so he has to unblock people and interact.
Hey, man, I never said anything bad about Tama Tonga. If anything, I gave him credit.
Yeah.
Not as much credit as you did for that evil match, but I gave him credit. It's gonna go down as Ryan's match of the year. I hope everyone knows that.
It's gonna be my when I submit my VOW poll results for match of the year. It's gonna
be his top 10. It's gonna be amazing.
It'll be number 10. It's number 10.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for it on the thing. I'm like, who? And people are gonna be like, who voted for Tama Tonga versus Evil? I'll be like, that's my man Ryan right there, baby.
What's the VOW thing? It's like Village of Sadness or something, where it's like a match gets one vote.
It's gonna one vote, and I think it's one vote, and it's like the 10th pick.
Yeah.
So it's like literally one vote.
Yeah. It's Tama Tonga versus Evil, baby. God, now I have to live up to that gimmick. That's the problem. Is now that that's been set in stone, that's my gimmick. Wrestle of the year.
I mean, you could just enjoy more wrestling. That would be okay.
I'll enjoy wrestling.
Isn't that a company?
Yesterday.
Isn't that a company?
It did. Enjoy Wrestling. I think it's run by MV Young, I believe. I don't know. Hear about that more on Independent Waters. Anyways, we got a big, not really a big show. Kind of a
not a big show at all. Couldn't be less of a big show, right?
In terms of wrestling, a light week, I would say. We had it was basically a news-driven week. So if you haven't listened to our CM Punk conversation, we did a 2-hour bonus episode on Thursday. So that episode out talking all that news, talking all that timelines between Scotty and I. So that was the real talker point, and we gave 2 hours to that topic. So without that, it turns out it was a lighter week without that news. But to supplement that, we do still have some stuff. We're going to talk about NXT Worlds Collide. We're going to talk about Stardom, give a 5-star update. We haven't done that in a while. But then we also have a bunch of questions from the audience for us to answer, Scotty. So I think that should be pretty fun for us today. What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm doing this thing like in my head. I'm not saying out loud, but I'm like NXT.
Is that what you're doing? I see your hand. You're just
like all the stupid sheep that go to all those shows and just are so loud and so obnoxious because they want to get themselves over.
I like the dynamic of this show can range from early morning Scotty of no sleep, where you're just like more punchy and stuff, to like a normal show. To then the other end is it's super late and I'm drinking wine and I'm slightly drunk during the show. Like those are our extremes.
I just want to say that 20-year-old Roxanne Perez is 10 times better than like 40-year-old Madison Rayne. All right, continue.
There we go. Now we're talking. Here we go.
As someone that had to watch TV matches featuring both of them this week, it's not even close.
Well,
and they both had someone a lot better than them wrestling against them. So that tells you all you need to know.
That's true. Speaking about wrestlers that are better than everybody else, CM Punk, we got a little slight news update. Slight new news update. We'd obviously talk about a bunch of stuff, but it was official.
Ryan,
what? Yeah, what's up?
I'm going to cut you off here.
Already? All right. First news topic. You're cutting me off.
Who is your favorite wrestler of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Well, I can of course, you know me. I can consult the notebook, and it will tell me what my answer is.
That
Um,
just because you like their matches doesn't mean they're their favorite of all time.
I would. I the problem
Obviously, you're not
is
going to
that
hate their matches, but
I have to like. I haven't really thought about it too hard. For a long while, I would have said Walter.
I
Uh,
don't know who that is.
well, that's the problem. I would have said. Well, a year ago, I would have said Walter.
Put some
Nowadays,
respect on Guta's name.
I don't necessarily know because I
It can still be Gunta.
could still be. I mean, that match at Clash of the Castle was pretty good.
Yeah, the trios that they had on SmackDown weren't too bad.
I didn't see that. I'm glad. I was hoping they would do a trios match. I want to go check
Yeah,
that
they
out
went
now.
right into it. They should probably do it again.
They probably should.
Like it was really good.
But
Sheamus
so,
also is like the most over person wrestling all of a sudden. It's hilarious.
I mean, that's a good thing. So I would say probably Gunta, probably Walter.
Gunta.
That would probably be my number one pick
Nice.
that I can think of.
Honestly had no clue who you were going to tell me.
I was gonna say Madison Rain. That was gonna be my answer.
You couldn't have lied that badly, dude. I would have asked you to name 3 matches of hers that you enjoyed, and you would have been done.
Here we go. Layla Gray, Jade Cargill, Serena Deeb.
I love all her AEW matches, yet you lied second. All right, move on.
What is this show? So we got official confirmation.
Anytime we don't have a lot of topics is the show that I just go off on tangents.
Yeah.
So you're in big trouble.
I gotta work hard.
I'm exhausted, so it's even worse.
I'm gonna work hard today. So CM Punk is officially underwent surgery earlier this week for a torn left tricep that he suffered during the All Out pay-per-view during the John Moxley match. He did a tope. It was believed that was the thing causing it. The recovery period is typically 8 months for that kind of surgery. And the doctor wanted surgery right away to prevent any muscle atrophy. So CM Punk officially on the shelf for the next 8 months. Whether or not he is fired from the company or maybe there's a suspension after that, who the hell knows? But, 8 months from now, we're talking May. So we will see. It is double or nothing season. So it is we will see for sure. What the response to this whole CM Punk situation is. So that is it for CM Punk. Do you have any thoughts on CM Punk going under surgery?
Get well soon, King.
There we go. Beautiful. Speaking about
Colt Cabana is the problem.
How dare you?
Never forget that.
Speaking about Bad Luck Fale, New Japan has officially launched Tamashi, I believe it's pronounced. It is a sort of a New Japan strong show for the Oceania market for New Zealand and Australia. The brand will kick off their shows in November of this year. So far announced for the event in Christchurch, New Zealand. That's a great city name. Kenta, Taiji Ishimori, and Bad Luck Fale. So they'll be in New Zealand and then 2 days later in Sydney, Australia. So yeah, it's another strong show type. But it should be exciting stuff. I mean, they have their own dojo in New Zealand, so we'll see some young lions, I'm sure, debut,
which is crazy to me.
We might, obviously, I would imagine it might be easier to get maybe some Japanese talent over onto these shows versus the America show. So maybe that's also something to look out for. And then also, maybe they'll be able to pick up probably some other Australian talent to put onto TV, just like they did with American indie talent. So maybe we'll get some Adam Brooks. Maybe we'll get some
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi. Maybe Aussie Open will show up. That'll be fun.
Oh, they probably will, but they're already, part of the company.
Yeah. So, well, I'm sure they'll show up as well. Maybe we'll get Osprey. I don't know. Who the heck knows? But that's everything with
happy
Tamahashi
for my Australian and New Zealand friends.
Yes.
Any form of actual good wrestling you guys get to see, good. Because I know like the best you guys usually have is like PWA Black Label, which can be pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but having a guarantee that New Japan's going to make an effort to be there, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Australian scene is like a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. It's currently in a down period, so. Maybe it's a down period kind of going up a little bit. What did you say?
Yeah. I said kind of like me.
Is there a down period going up?
I am a down period today, but I'm getting there. I'm going up right now.
He is on a roller coaster, folks. That is what that was. Speaking of roller coaster, Triple H. Do you like these transitions, by the way? Triple H has been officially announced as having a promotion in WWE. He is still, of course, the head writer of the company, but he is now also the he is the new chief content officer.
That's not a real job, people. That's not a real job.
Not really.
You know how I know that's not a real job? Because I'm the chief content officer of Scotty Enterprises, and that's not a real company. So it's not a real job. I've never heard of chief content officer.
The CCO? I feel like
No, never heard of it. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. It's CEO, COO, not CCO.
As chief content officer, Levesque will report to Nick Khan. He will oversee creative writing, talent relations, live events, talent development, and creative services. Live events, talent development, I feel like are two very interesting ones to me. Sorry, Jeff Jarrett, we don't need you anymore. Triple H is taking that job. And then talent development, that is very interesting for the NXT brand.
He's probably going back to AAA. That's psycho.
Yeah, he's going to be starting the company probably with Ric Flair and Conrad Thompson. Yeah, that's me.
Just kill me now. Another NWA. Right.
Yeah. It was also announced as well.
Did you see that Nick Aldis said he wanted to go to WWE? I was like, wow. If Nick Aldis leaves NWA, they're still dead.
Their biggest star. It was also announced in the press release that Frank Riddick has been promoted to WWE President, which was the title formerly held by Nick Khan before he became a co-CEO. So Riddick will still remain as Chief Financial Officer. So
CFO.
There's another one. There's another one for
you. CFO Money is the old people that used to make their theme songs.
What's your favorite CFO Money $sign theme music?
I don't know who they get credit for. That's the problem. Give me a second.
Sure, I'll give you a quick. I didn't mean to do a bit here, but apparently I am stalling for time perfectly.
CFO, yeah, give me their tracks, huh?
Yeah, so I know I know we got some Sami Zayn stuff, some whoa or whatever, some Nakamura.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they get credit for everything.
They got a lot of hits.
They got like every hit.
They got early hits on that show.
They even got Becky Lynch's song.
AJ Styles' song, I believe.
Sky's the limit. Well, so that's redacted. So stuff.
Sky's the limit. Oh yeah. It's like who's Sky? Oh yeah.
Wow. You even got Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is a solid song.
Do you have? So what's your favorite?
They give him credit for that. Doesn't make sense. My favorite, probably Shinsuke's.
Shinsuke's is solid. I would say.
Shinsuke's original one. I don't like the. My friend always tells. Oh no, Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa.
No one will survive that bit.
Yeah, that one was great. That one like made him feel very important.
And then since then,
well, he has a new theme song, and he just got back his first name. So let's give it a little bit.
Fair enough.
He's also working with the Miz.
This is factual, and I guess feuding with Dexter Lumis. I guess. Anyways, so that's our news bits.
Speaking of NXT, see, I got you.
You beat me to it, man. You see how I constructed.
That was the first one that actually made sense.
I constructed all of them made sense. First of all, sir, good sir. Secondly, yeah, you saw how I constructed the news. You saw I had Triple H overseeing talent development, pointing it out and everything, and I had it set up quite perfectly to NXT Worlds Collide.
Let me hit him with that Triple H.
Perfectly set up for NXT Worlds Collide. Happened last Sunday, right before All Out. Obviously for us, All Out, we did a instant reaction, so that's its own separate show of a review. So definitely go check that out. But for Worlds Collide, we're going to review it here.
We recorded 2 shows since this show aired.
That's
and
true.
now we're talking about it because we have nothing else to talk about. That's
true.
the only reason we're talking about it.
I mean, oh well, we would probably talk about it anyways. I mean, it was a decent little show, I would say.
Had its moments.
Had its moments. Had a good, strong opener. Had a solid
Good,
finish. I think
strong finish, and everything else happened.
And there was some stuff in between that I think was there and interesting, I guess.
There was definitely 3 matches there.
There were definitely three. There was definitely 3 matches on the card, and 2 matches that were really good. But it's the kind of show where I would say they had 2 matches on Broadway, 3 matches off Broadway. Does that make sense? Anybody?
Yeah, that makes sense. It was a good one. That was a good, good theater joke.
Yeah, a classic theater joke. Classic theater. Did you know that I used to? I did theater for 1 year. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I have only done plays.
What play were you in?
I was in 2 plays.
What plays were you in? Please say Shrek.
Shrek? No, Shrek is a musical.
Damn it!
Shrek is a musical, sir. How dare you destroy the stylings of Smash Mouth?
That doesn't make any sense, by the way. But continue.
What do you mean? That Shrek
Why
is a musical?
Shrek a musical?
Because
nothing about Shrek screams musical.
All Star by Smash Mouth.
That doesn't. I don't see Shrek sing one time just because Fiona does. Oh! Doesn't mean it's a musical. Great film, by the way. If you haven't seen Shrek, then I don't know why you're listening to this. Go watch Shrek.
Yeah, go out.
I love Shrek.
If you haven't listened to Shrek, go check it out for once in your life.
What plays were you in? Stop looking for Shrek on your thing.
I'm not looking for Shrek. I'm looking for the play. I was in a like a small 6-person play. I forget what it was called, but I played a student. What? Don't look at me like that. I'm not a historian.
6 person?
Yeah, it was like
terrible.
It was a small 6-person play.
That's terrifying.
Was it
Inside Out?
No, it was not Inside Out. It was a terrifying play because we were college students in like a boardroom thing, and so there was one point where we're in the dorm and we're just all hanging out in the dorm and stuff. And everyone's making their entrances into the dorm. My friend Matt Massar is throwing darts across the room into like the dartboard that's hanging on the door. Apparently one night when I made my entrance, a dart was in the air and very close to hitting me directly in the forehead.
I've had that experience too, not in a play though.
Yeah, it was live on stage. I was about to be impaled by a dart, but luckily through the fate of
Imagine if you got impaled by a dart during the play.
It would have been bad. It would have been bad. I would have improv my way out of it.
Other people would have said it would be iconic.
Yeah, I would have had to improv my way out of that and be like, "Whoa, buddy, watch where you're going there." Ding!
So,
and then blood.
so the play was 6 angry college kids.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
It's okay. You don't have to think of the title. We can move on.
I was gonna say A Farewell to Arms, but that is a Ernest Hemingway book.
Speaking of plays, Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet started off the show with a great match.
The other play I was in was Taming of the Shrew by
you knew the name.
I knew that one.
You knew the name of the second one.
I knew the other one, Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare. I played an old man, and then the Shakespeare expert at school said I had a fantastic performance, and it made my day. Anyways, Carmelo Hayes made a play. What?
The Shakespeare expert.
Yeah, the English teacher that is,
Shakespearean.
Yeah, who teaches Shakespeare and whatnot, said I did a fantastic job playing Gremio from Shakespeare.
At least you had a name. I thought you were just the old.
I had a whole monologue, man. I had like a 3-paragraph.
I was hoping the credits went down and it just said the old man.
No, I had a whole ass name. I had a cane I was walking around with. I was doing an old man voice. I had a whole monologue where I did a whole bit. I'm describing a wedding falling apart, and like someone's trying to talk to me, and I hold up one of those like old timey earphones and be like, "What are you saying?" And it was very fun. It was very fun to play that up. But anyways, Carmelo Hayes and Ricochet, worlds collide, baby. Worlds collide. They did indeed collide in Orlando, Florida. The end of NXT UK is upon us, but we started
Nothing
off.
says UK like Florida.
The UK of America.
Shout out to the Queen. Rest in peace.
Shout out. NXT North American title match is what kicked off the show. It was Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams defeating the one and only Ricochet in a fantastic 15-minute match here, Scotty. I thought this match was very good. It was, I think Carmelo Hayes still has a little ways to go, but he is probably the top guy in NXT at the moment.
Yeah, if you called him up, I don't think he'd suffer. I think, the thing with Carmelo Hayes, which I find interesting, is I think he actually is a really good character already. It's like sometimes with his matches, it just feels like it doesn't fully connect yet.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, it gets a little clunky at some points. And like, obviously he's gonna fix that. He's gonna be great. He's I think he's like 28, so he's actually the oldest of like that young crew down there. But he's gonna be excellent. He's a star.
Yeah,
he feels like a star. His entrance was awesome with all the retired names of the people he's beaten, like the jerseys. I thought that was sick. And yeah, he's just got the confidence about him. And Ricochet, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but Ricochet is still really good.
Huh? Really?
Like, I miss seeing Ricochet be Ricochet, and it's kind of crazy that out of all the people that they cut over the past couple of years, that he's still here. But I hope that they know what they have in him.
Yeah,
I know he does a lot of flips. He's not super great at promos, but he's not that bad at promos anymore. I don't think
he's gotten better.
He feels more natural than Roderick Strong, for example. So,
I mean, Roderick Strong didn't even do a promo. He was laid out on the floor.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he literally looked like it was so bad looking. The match is great. Really good stuff. One of the better NXT 2.0 matches you'll see, I'm sure.
Sure.
Very entertaining. And if you like a match with a bunch of flippy shit and high spots, this is the one for you. And I'm someone that usually does, so it was fun.
Yeah, I think this match was probably a match of the night for me. Certainly, it was.
If you put it on the All Out card, it probably wouldn't touch certain things, but it would have been good.
This was
beat a lot of matches.
Yeah, it would beat a lot of matches on the All Out card. It was not the match of the weekend.
All the
for
matches
sure.
that I didn't think were. It pretty much beat most of the card, except for like the 4 matches I thought that were worth going out of your way for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this show was very good. I thought they have really good chemistry. I mean, we don't want to talk too much in depth. This show is very week old, I guess, but
it's as cold takes as you can get.
But also, I mean, I saw the NXT the next night, and they're seemingly continuing the feud. So that is interesting to me, at the very least. Especially because it's like, does Ricochet on NXT now? Is he bumping down? Pulling the old
bumping down. It is bumping down now, but back in the day, that used to be going up.
Yeah. That'd be really disappointing if he's bumping down, because it is just like, man, Ricochet was great at one point.
Unless they completely change NXT back, then yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, but
I would welcome, by the way.
I mean, Triple H is in charge now, so he's chief.
That Triple H.
He's chief content officer, so it's certainly possible now. I think
his most important job is to make sure content's good, and let me tell you, 2.0 content is not good.
They also, next match was a NXT tag team / NXT UK tag team elimination 4-way unification match starring
Good job, Excalibur.
Starring Pretty Deadly, Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs, BJ and JB, Gallus, and the Creed brothers. And it was.
You can't just say BJ and JB and move on.
That's their names, man. That's their names. It was Pretty Deadly getting the win when it looked like the Creed brothers were going to get the overall win, but then the Diamond Mine member, Damon Kemp, this is a real name, stabbed, or not really stabbed, but slammed a chair into Julius's Creed.
Son. Not son. Jesus Christ. His brother.
His brother, who apparently they love way more, turn heel, Seemingly, they're setting up the idea that he's the one that screwed over, beat up Roderick Strong as well. And then, turned their back on the Creed brothers and caused them to lose and Pretty Deadly to get the win. So, what do you think of this match?
Brooks Jensen, Josh Briggs fucking suck.
BJJB?
Pretty Deadly. I didn't know their names until this show.
I still don't know their names.
Know that their names are Elton Prince,
correct,
and Kit Wilson.
Very good.
And the only reason I know that is I had to put them in my match guide, and I was like, "What are these people's names?"
Did you know that they changed their name when they moved from NXT UK to NXT?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's because of the if I'm not mistaken, their indie names were what their NXT UK names were, I believe.
Well, anyways, they are a very, very, very average tag team. Like, I understand they have a little good gimmick going on here, but they're very they're fine.
Yeah.
Wolfgang and Mark Coffey, they suck. Fuck Wolfgang. I know he's part of Speaking Out, so fuck him.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Coffey's not. So former Heritage Cup champion, for those who don't know. Joe Coffey is, by the way. And Josh Briggs is too. Just want to point out all the abusers in this match. And Julius Creed and Brutus Creed are awesome. So yeah, that's there's my review of this match. Julius Creed did this psychotic suplex where he went down on his knees and then stood back up, and I was like, this guy's the man. And also Brutus Creed's legitimately a actual bowling ball.
Yep.
It's amazing. And I was like, this guy is more like Brock Lesnar than that Parker Boudreaux fella that I was told about. Look at this guy. He's a beast. Yeah, these two are as money as it gets. They have a great theme song. Obviously, I wish they still had Stoke, but it's okay. If they still had Stoke, they would be untouchable.
Yeah,
because they'd have someone to cut promos for them. But they're awesome. They somehow are the only reason this match had any entertainment factor.
Yeah, they were really good in this match. What I do like about the UK division is that I feel like the talent pool of UK is just a little bit better than NXT. So I thought that when NXT UK was involved, it got a little bit better. But the Creed brothers are fantastic. Josh Briggs, yeah, he's part of Speaking Out. Maybe that's why they moved him to NXT UK. And then
Brooks Jensen, I can't believe they pay Brooks Jensen money.
What do you mean?
This guy is the most average looking mother trucker I've ever seen. I look at him, I watched him in the ring, I was like, this guy offers nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he's an average fella. He's an average fella. I mean,
this is the type of guy that Vince would be like, yeah, let's strap the Rock.
Average person. Yeah, I feel like when I look at that NXT tag division, other than there's no one I see there that's maybe except for the Creed brothers, of course, that I'm like, yeah, these are your future tag champions, multi-time tag team champions and stuff.
I don't even look at the Creed brothers as that. I look at them as future singles champions.
That's not bad too.
They're too good to just keep them as tags.
Julius Creed is very good.
Julius Creed's gonna be that guy.
Yeah,
I think if
he
can learn how to cut promos,
which he's not, which too far.
I have no idea if he can cut promos.
He's fine. He's doable. For WWE standards, I think he's doable. So
he does things that are no one else does.
Yeah, I agree. NXT Women's and NXT UK Women's Triple Threat Unification match. It was, in fact, Mandy Rose that got the win here over
Cancel Wrestling,
Blair Davenport and Mako Satomura. So it was, in fact, that's why it was a triple threat, so that Mandy can win the titles and pin not Mako, but Blair Davenport. Scotty, you want to cancel wrestling? What for?
Man, listen, I'm not the biggest Bea Priestley fan of all time or anything. I'm not. That's Blair Davenport, for those who don't know. But the fact that you had me rooting so hard for her to win here tells you how much I didn't want Mandy Rose to win. Because Mandy Rose is horrible. Mandy Rose is not good. I think she's gotten worse. She's pulling a Britt Baker on us. That's crazy, except she's far worse than Britt Baker. She's worse than Liv Morgan, which I guess makes sense. She's in NXT, but you get my point. Her tag team felt the Gigi and JC, they are better than her. Like, she's bad, and they won't have her lose. And if they have her lose to Nikita Lyons, I'm going to fight someone. The only person she should be losing to is Roxanne or probably Cora, but I prefer Roxanne because I said this, and we're not going to talk about Roxanne any other time this episode, so I'm just going to bring it up now since we're talking about NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Perez is as good a prospect that they've had down there for the women's division since Bianca Belair.
Ooh.
I think she is that good already. She's only 20 years old, so somehow she can get better. But like, in terms of, you look at that entire, let's not count Mako Satomura. I know someone tweeted out that Britt Baker shit on the PC, and they're like, well, look at these two talents. Yes, Mako Satomura, Performance Center trainee.
Hey, I saw videos of her training. It looked like a warehouse. You know,
it sure did. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear it. Let's not get ridiculous. But my point is, Roxanne Perez, Roxy, as I still call her because I just like that name better.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to be a star for them. She's going to be a great underdog for that women's division whenever she's legitimately ready. I mean, they have this weird character for her right now, which is like annoying, but you know,
there was nothing wrong with the Prodigy for me, and
no, which I hope they go back to eventually.
Yeah, I get the NXT WWE isms of like strip everything away that made you popular because you don't understand you don't understand how that works. It's like, well, it was over anyways.
I also think Cora Jade's a lot better as a heel.
Yes,
which is funny because I thought the reason I think she's better as a heel is because I saw someone that played the exact same character in Roxanne Perez and she played it better.
Yeah.
So there you go. But those two I think have a bright future. Roxanne have the brightest future, maybe of anyone in NXT right now besides probably Braun Breaker.
Well, and the Creeds. Don't forget the Creeds.
And the Creeds. Braun Breaker, the Creeds, Carmella Hayes, Roxanne Perez, and if we count Tyler Bate, we will count Tyler Bate.
I'm not counting.
Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates, one of the best wrestlers in the world, and he's just there.
He's also been in the company for 6 years, so I'm not going to count him.
Well, he's still like 25.
I know, but he's been in the company for like 6 years. He's got a Leah NXT development time over here. Like, you know, we're out of control.
Which is ridiculous because Leah's still bad.
Yeah.
So Tyler Bates 25 years old, right?
Yeah.
25.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Braun Breaker's 24.
Yeah, no. The fact that they're the same age, the fact that Braun Breaker is younger than Tyler Bate is barely is insane. Because I've seen Tyler Bate has been around for this company for 6 years.
He is so good, and I forgot how good he was.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just wait to talk about this later, but we can move on. Mandy Rose is bad. She needs to lose. Not to Nikita Lyons.
No,
also bad.
I think Roxanne Perez is like the only person that can really defeat Mandy Rose. It is also insane that Mandy Rose's title reign has gone on this long, but
it's lasted longer than Io Shirai's. Just shoot me dead.
Yeah, I think the longest, maybe. I think might be the longest.
It's not the longest. Asuka existed, dude.
Ooh, yes, Asuka existed. Asuka existed.
If she touches Asuka's reign, then we have a problem. Shawn Michaels.
Well, let's see.
Michael Hickenbottom, you piece of.
She did pass. Where is she ranked right now? She did pass Io Shirai. She is Mandy Rose is currently at 320. Above her is Shayna Baszler at 416. Asuka at 510.
Oh Jesus! She touches 4. Then we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble.
Match itself. I thought the match itself was okay. I kind of like the match. I thought that Blair.
I thought it was the third best match on the show.
So yes, I thought Blair and Mako were good, and I will be honest, I was surprised how much Mandy Rose stepped up into this match. I
saw some people say this was the best match of her career. I was like, oh god. I mean, you're probably not wrong. I don't know. I
I'm
can't name many that are good.
I'm thinking. I'm looking over at.
I think I liked that Fatal 4-Way,
If you look at if you look
but
at
I don't think it was any at all because of her.
if you look at Cage Match, the highest rated match of hers, that is not a multi-man scramble, elimination chamber, Royal Rumble, or anything like that, is a Fatal 4-Way with Cora Jade, Io Shirai,
That's
Kaylee
the one
Ray,
I
and Mandy
said.
Reyes.
I was gonna say that's the one. And I don't think she did anything besides do it.
And then a quarter star after that is Blair Davenport, Mandy Rose, Meiko Satomura.
Yeah, so they know how bad she is. They're putting her on all these multi-people matches to save her.
And then for Cage Match, this triple threat is higher than the 4-Way by 0.27.
Wow.
So yeah, this is one of, if not the matches of her career. There we go. NXT Women's Tag Team Title match. It was Katana Chance and Kaden Carter defeated the team of Doudrop and Nikki Ash. Kind of an NXT UK callback sort of thing here.
I wish we could play audio on this podcast so I could just play the promo that Katana Chance said why she was changing her name, because it's one of the single worst things I've ever seen, and it's so funny. It's like, I just felt like I need to be the life of the party, so now I'm Katana Chance, and you're like, what?
A name that's classically associated with being a life of the party? Katana?
I remember everyone thought that was going to be Io Shirai's name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's all be happy with Io Sky.
Yeah. Everyone just immediately assumed WWE was being racist.
This match was my least favorite match of the show.
Yes, no, this match wasn't that good. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are, I don't think that
bad.
Good. They're not that good as wrestlers.
No, they're not.
I think they're better as a tag team.
Oh, if I don't watch singles matches there, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah, they're better as a tag team for sure.
Kid Carter used to have potential. And then
she
just
did.
Never got better.
She did. It feels like she had potential, but that's the thing. Kid Carter is also 34 years old. She had a potential as Lacey Lane years ago, and then, but maybe it was like potential of a, I guess 28-year-old, 30-year-old, and compared to.
I always thought she was solid enough.
Mm-hmm.
Had a cool look.
I agree.
But literally has been the same since.
Yeah, I'm just looking at her average rating in 2019, 8. Average rating in 2020, this is Cage Match, 7. 2021, 623, 2022, 6. Like, it's just every year it goes by, her average rating drops for the Cage Matchers. Is that what they're called? Cage Match heads? Yeah, no, this match was aggressively fine, I would say.
It's time for the main event.
Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate to unify the NXT and NXT UK titles. I think this match was pretty good. Pretty good.
Tyler Bate is him. And when I said Tyler Bate is him, I was like, Tyler Bate can be the closest thing this company has to a Daniel Bryan if they want him to be. Because he's great in the ring, obviously. Obviously, he's great in the ring.
Yep.
He's 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little smaller, but he's a big, strong boy, so he can do whatever he wants.
But Bryan Danielson was small as well at one point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's probably a little shorter than D-Bry a little bit, but, doesn't matter. He's great. He's got the pedigree. He could do promos. I don't think a lot of people know that. Like, he's a pretty good promo. He's a good babyface promo.
Yeah, a great babyface in peril.
By the way, his match with Trent Seven on the final episode of NXT UK, very good. I was wondering, which shouldn't be shocking. I mean, those two guys were connected at the hip for how long?
When you watched
better than any match on this show.
When you watched that match, were you concerned at all? Were you unsure of who's going to win it?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Trent Seven might be the NXT UK champion. That'd be crazy. Yeah, no, I knew the spoiler before that Tyler Bate even showed up, so it didn't really matter to me. But anyways, as I was saying, I think Tyler Bate still has all the potential in the world to be very special for this company. Obviously, he's 25. Obviously, he's been there for 6 years. But I don't know. I liked the entrance that they gave him, kind of going down the road of NXT UK. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. He still lost, which I expected him to,
Yeah.
and he didn't get called up yet, which sucks. But hopefully they don't wait too long, because I'm watching his NXT UK brethren succeed on the main roster under Triple H. So
Who,
why not
Butch?
Tyler Bate?
Butch?
Butch is slowly becoming Pete Dunne again, which is great.
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I forgot how much I love Pete Dunne. And I mean, Imperium's like already running shit,
Mm-hmm.
and they're absolutely going to do Imperium versus the Bloodline now. Like, I couldn't, I would be shocked if they didn't. At least Solo Sikoa and the Usos, at the very least. But Gunta is living the best life. So hopefully Tyler Bate makes it. And Braun Breaker, I think, we all know his future's very bright. Seeing he's been doing this for a year now on TV wise, and he's already this solid.
Yeah.
Like he's still a baby to this wrestling, and he shows a lot of signs that he's not only improving, but he gets the crowd stuff. They almost ruined him with all like the bad feuds that he had to do, but hopefully they know that they have something special in him, which I'm sure they do.
Can I thought this match was great. I thought I totally agree that Tyler Bate should be way higher than he is now in terms of where he is in this company.
I wonder
Uh,
if he didn't want to come over for a while.
I think
That could be
maybe
it.
I think that's maybe part of it. I don't know if he wants to stay here or what. I mean, maybe he wants a job versus going back to a nothing unit in England. Um,
Who wouldn't
so
want to sign him though?
AEW, if I was AEW, I'd sign him in a heartbeat. I would sign Tyler Bate like immediately. He is like immediately like
He's so good.
he's unbelievably good, and I think Tyler Bate was more impressive in this match to me than Braun Breaker. I think there's a little bit of that part,
absolutely.
but I will also say beyond this match, they had a tag match together on NXT TV. Tag match was really good too. Can you believe that
Yeah, was it?
Tyler Bate and Braun Breaker, great tag team.
I saw the video of them when like Breaker was doing like the dog thing
Mm-hmm.
and they was standing over him. It was like they kind of look beasts together. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think it was like Alvarez said this on Wrestling Observer, but it was just like, if you wanted to, new Steiner Brothers, here we go. Like this is
That'd be insane. That'd
like
be so good.
well, because what's great about it is that Braun Breaker's pretty good, but you put him in a tag team, it hides obviously his negatives.
Right.
So it only
So
makes
you
him look
develop more.
yeah, it only makes him bit better. And then you get Tyler Bate in there. He was a great tag team wrestler in of itself. Like fantastic, like just a fantastic unit this could be, legitimately.
I'm gonna make a hot take right now.
Go for it.
I think Tyler Bates a top 10 men's wrestler in WWE already.
Currently,
Yes.
I mean, probably
Not all time, dude. That'd be ridiculous.
obviously, all time better than
Well, because I think he's better than Tyler Bate. Not yes, obviously I think Tyler Bate's better than Tyler Bate.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Pete Dunne. I always preferred him over Pete Dunne. I always preferred his style over Pete Dunne. I think Pete Dunne leans a little too much on like the breaking the fingers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where Tyler Bate just kind of like his match with Walter. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah.
That was like insane. It went like 40 minutes. I think it got 5 stars from Dave actually.
Yeah.
Or more. Maybe it was a more match. I don't really know. But
I don't think
that was great.
I don't think WWE has ever had a more match.
They've had more than 5 stars. I think Walter has all of them. Now I gotta go look.
No, in WWE, in a WWE match,
like a WWE main roster,
or
what do you,
or NXT UK or anything like that. I don't
they do.
I don't know.
I know they do. I'm gonna tell you them right now. God, give me a second.
I don't know.
God.
I don't know.
All right, you can keep saying I don't know. I know the answer.
You're saying a 5+ star match in WWE?
Yes.
No way.
They've had multiple.
No way. Unbelievably
right,
no.
Well, I'm gonna go through them right now. NXT Takeover 25, the show I was at. Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano. Eat shit.
What was that? What was that star rating?
NXT Takeover 25. I was at that show when Adam Cole beat Johnny Gargano. That's a 5.25-star match.
Unbelievable.
Walter versus Tyler Bate. NXT UK Takeover Cardiff. 5.25-star match.
Unbelievable.
There's more. Maybe there might not be more. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not more.
I'm seeing Ilya Dragunov versus Walter was 5.25.
Oh, okay.
And that was
there it is. I went right by it.
That was their second one, I believe. That was their second match. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole, 2 out of 3 falls, 5.5 stars. That is the highest rated WWE match of all time by Dave Meltzer. That's crazy to think about.
It is. It is insane that is the highest rated match of all time. How many?
Fourth highest rated match? I was there. Or tied for second.
They have had a lot of 5-star matches in the past several years.
If you look, of course they have.
From 2018.
Cody Rhodes is there now, buddy. 5-star Cody. He's only getting started.
Yeah. But the match itself here for the main event, I thought was pretty good. I'm trying to keep it back. Set the back of the table, man. It's pretty good.
Sorry, I have way too much fun when we don't have a plan.
I mean, yeah, you've taken off the glasses. You're ready to go. You're ready to go.
I've woken up finally after an hour.
And all it took was talking about Tyler Bate.
I love Tyler Bate. What are they? Sue me.
All right, I'll call it Mark Sterling
now.
Let's
name the top 10 WWE men's wrestlers right now.
All right.
So Seth Rollins is in there. I don't care what anyone says. He's great. Tyler Bate.
Cody Rhodes.
Again,
we're talking currently, right? No, you said of all time.
No,
currently. You said of all time.
Cody Rhodes is there either way. You're right. Sheamus.
Shameful thing.
Gunta.
Are we talking main roster only?
Is Tyler Bate on the main roster?
No.
Then no.
All right. I was like,
we just said Tyler Bate.
I was like, Mako Satomura is also in there. Io Sky.
Well, I said men's. Oh,
okay,
men's. I understand how great their women's roster is. They knock out a lot of men off this list.
I feel like a couple years ago I would have said AJ Styles. He is
not on this list.
He's still very good, but he is nowhere where he was.
How about Drew? Will we count Drew? I don't know.
What about
all right, I'm going through the roster page.
I'm also looking through the roster page. What about Kevin Owens?
Yeah, I put Kevin Owens. He still cooks.
All right. What about Charles Robinson, referee?
Wait, I have to get ahead of you.
Seth Rollins is not bad, I think.
I already put Seth Rollins on there. I already put him on there.
What about Finn Balor?
We're at 6. No, I'm not putting Finn Balor. Ilya Dragunov? Yeah.
No, we said main roster.
No, we didn't. I said Tyler Bate counts.
You said he didn't. I said does Tyler Bate?
I said he does count. He does.
Okay.
Listen, I'm tired. I might have said did it, but I meant he does. I firmly believe that I probably said the other one, but I meant he does. Johnny Gargano? Depends on the day. He hasn't been good. He hasn't been that good in a long while. So.
No.
He also hasn't rested in a year. So you know what? We won't count him for now.
Yeah. He needs to reprove himself.
I can't get Logan Paul.
Yes. Easy answer. Yes.
He's on the roster page. I had no idea.
What about Riddle?
I was thinking about him. I don't know. Maybe he's borderline.
He's there. He's maybe top 15, top 20. Brock.
Yeah.
Brock.
Oh, Brock's absolutely on there.
Roman.
I don't know. Depends on the day, dude. Sometimes he can have a great match, and then other times he's like, yeah.
Other times he's doing a 30-minute classic.
Sami Zayn.
Sami
Zayn's on the list.
Other times he's doing a 30-minute classic where the first 15 minutes are him on the promo, doing on the microphone, doing a promo.
Like Sami Zayn can be incredible whenever he wants to. I firmly believe that. I think that's probably it. Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know. He's that might hurt him. Oh my God, they have Vacant on here?
The roster page?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's the rating of Vacant?
It brings you to Roman Reigns. I think that's cheating. That's insane.
I'm just looking at the roster.
Hilarious though.
Sheamus?
We said Sheamus.
I think he's out. He's like right there, around the top, like the 10, 9, 8 maybe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Roderick's strong, but like he doesn't wrestle.
No, he's currently dead, I guess.
Seth Rollins is definitely on this list. I won't allow any. Who the hell is Stevie Turner?
NXT UK
girl
person.
that used to be in Stardom, but I didn't know she still worked here. Tiffany Stratton.
You said only men.
Oh, sorry.
don't change. Not changing up the.
We'll wrap it up with this top dollar. All right, let's move on.
All right, correct. Speaking of Stardom, 5-star Grand Prix update. Look at that, Scotty.
Hey, that was a good one.
Didn't even see that one coming. 5-star. We haven't talked about the 5-star since I think the beginning of the tournament.
Well, I have.
I know you
many
have.
times.
You have many times. 5
Probably
stars.
The only thing I talk about.
Currently happening day 13 of 21.
Ryan, I currently have 140 notifications on Twitter. I'm terrified.
You got called out or something? What happened?
I don't know. Probably.
Anyways, of 21 nights,
a certain person that runs a certain something might be trying.
Gotta put him on ice. Gotta put Scotty on ice. He's getting heated.
We're talking about Stardom. I'm back.
Yeah, night 13 of a 21-night affair is currently ongoing. Stardom 5-star Grand Prix. We're only halfway, or only a little more than halfway done.
We're closer to the finish line.
We're closer to the finish line, but not by much, I guess.
We have a lot of big matches left to go.
Yes, we do. Night 13 was last night. I know, obviously, we said at the top of the show, you watched it live. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Do you want to... Oh, he's coming back. Do you... Yeah, I'm excited. Tell me, am I excited? Ask me, Scotty. Ask me if I'm excited.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, are you gonna say it? What are we doing here? Did you set me up just to not have you say it?
Just say. Of course I am. So are you gonna talk? Should we talk about the point totals and blocks and how we think people are doing? What do you want to do? This talk about day 13 first.
We could talk about day 13 first, and then we'll go through people doing, because big matches happened today.
Yeah, so I think day 13 happened today. Of course, there was also some announcements that took place as well on day 13. It was announced.
Yeah.
This is coming from Fightful from someone named Scott Edwards. I don't know Scott. I know Scotty Edwards. I don't know Scott Edwards.
That could anger some people.
Yeah, I mean, put your stuff behind the paywall, man. Announcements for the show. Announcements from the show include Stardom Showcase Volume 3 taking place on November 26th, while Stardom Dream Queendom, that's sort of, were we recording before that? I don't remember. That Stardom's Dream Queendom's kind of their signature event now. Returns on December 29th from Sumo Hall for the second straight year. So that is definitely exciting news, Scott.
That is their Wrestle Kingdom officially now.
That's awesome.
Which I'm very happy about, because so the only names that they bring back every year are the anniversary show and the year-end climax.
Yes.
So I was just praying, hoping they'd bring back a name, and this seems to be the one. This is now the signature event every year. If you thought you were making your top 10 wrestler matches of the year list, gosh be darn, you're not doing that until this show's over.
Yeah.
But it does set it up perfectly. So for some of us, aka me, who will eventually want to go to Japan to see both of this and Wrestle Kingdom, you can set that up pretty nicely. Nice little week, 2 week stay. You get to see some great wrestling. Boom, boom. And Wrestle Kingdom back to one night. So it's a premiere event once again, but very excited that this is their official show.
Oh yeah,
on an official date, same date as last year as well.
Yeah, I think having this sort of like go-to, show to look forward to at the end of the year / beginning of the year, whatever, signature event. I think this is a good move on Stardom. I like it. I
like it.
It immediately tells the audience that all the matches on this are important. All the things happening on this show are very important to this company. And it's a good way, I think, to to tie everything together.
I'm gonna take the day off from work just to.
Oh, I know you
watch
are.
that.
I know you are. I know for a fact you will be. What day?
Well, I have PTO left. So.
Oh, perfect.
I need to use some of it by the end of the year.
I'm currently waiting to go back to work still. Months later. What day is December 29th anyways? That is a Thursday.
Like a Thursday.
Ooh, there we go.
I'll take that off in January 4th.
Yeah, January 4th is going to be on a Wednesday the following week, obviously.
Live my best life.
Oh, and of course, don't forget that day 1 will be happening January 1st for WWE, so get hyped for that. Another announcement was I guess, kind of announcement. There's going to be a new Stardom wrestler coming to Stardom. I don't have her name in front of me, but basically she is a
Fuwa-chan.
Thank you. Japanese celebrity. All over.
Someone compared it. That is from Japan. Someone made the comparison to Logan Paul.
Ooh, if she's as good as Logan Paul, then I'm here for it.
They did add that she's probably not as good as Logan Paul athletically because she doesn't have the athletic background. But she's been training with Hazuki, Saya Iida, and Mayu Iwatani for 4 months now. So not a bad group. She even has a Wikipedia page.
Ooh.
She is a Japanese comedian and YouTube celebrity.
Yes. Chris Charlton said that she's near escapable on mainstream light entertainment TV, especially with kids. Very interesting to see how she might fare in Stardom. She's also very, very loud. So it's Chris Charlton said on Twitter.
Thank you for the warning.
So that is that's exciting. We talk about Stardom becoming the number 2 promotion in Japan. I think this is just another thing to help expand Stardom to the people in Japan.
It's interesting.
It's worked for them so far. Changing up the touring schedule and go all over Japan. It's been working.
Bring a legitimate comedy wrestler into the fold.
How dare you say that about my great, precious Fukigen Death? How dare you say that?
Well, she's like she also has
she's a legit comedy wrestler. That's what I'm saying.
She's also not around.
I know. Where is she? Is she okay? What happened to her?
Yeah, she's just being herself other places.
No, who is herself? Herself is Fukigen Death. That's all I know. That's all I believe.
Right. Kaori Oniyama.
So anyways, day 13, we'll skip the pre-show. We'll go through this first.
Good, because they didn't air it.
Yeah. Red Star's block, Risa Sera defeats Unagi Sayaka. Risa
skip Shuri and Tomoka Inaba.
I'm just going in order of the person that has it on Fightful.
You skipped right over it.
No, what are you talking about?
It literally says God's Eye, Shuri and Tomoka Inaba.
I thought that was pre-show. I thought that was also pre-show.
No, only the Battle Royal was. You just gave me a heart attack. I did not mess it up. Yeah. All right. Anyways,
do you want to talk about that? Is there much to say about the tag?
Risa Sera and Unagi now. No, we're moving on. Risa Sera and Unagi was very good. Achieved everything it was supposed to. And Risa Sera's double knees from the top look like they fucking kill. So there you go.
Well, we'll talk about her more, I guess, when we go through the block standings. But
yeah, Risa Sera's a queen.
Well, no, I was gonna say Unagi of 2 points. Really?
Oh yeah, Unagi's. They don't like her anymore.
What happened there? We're only halfway through the tournament, but
Mai
still.
Sakurai.
Yeah,
I like Mai Sakurai more now. So
yeah, that's tough. It's interesting to look at.
Poor Unagi.
Red Star's block. Himeka defeats Saki. Himeka now at 12 points. Saki at 4.
This match was 7 minutes. And they just hit each other as hard as they possibly could. Mm-hmm. And then Himeka hit a powerbomb, and it was over.
Quite simple. Very simple.
In and out. We love it.
That's what I like to see in the 5-star.
I believe I wrote in my tweet it was Beast.
Beautiful. Beast Incarnate? Brock Lesnar?
No.
Dang, not there yet.
Jumbo Princess Himeka.
Blue Star's block. Suzuki, now having 2 points, defeats Saya Kamitani.
This match was freaking great. It was what you would hope out of these two.
I was about to say, this match I really hope is great because this
and now they have a title match in the future because she beat the champ. And after the match, she did the belt stroke around her waist. She was like, "Yeah, I want that thing." She did a German suplex to Saya off the apron.
I think I saw this GIF right before we started.
Let's just say she was supposed to get caught. There was no one there to catch her. And the crazy thing was, Saya kept like her body perfectly straight as she went down, so it just looked so bad. And like I was like, "Oh, she might be dead." And then she was like just sitting there like, "Uh-oh." But they also committed some crimes on each other via, forearms and nonsense. There was a headbutt because, of course, there was a headbutt.
Of course.
And Suzuki hit one of the most beautiful or few beautiful German suplexes you'll see. So the finish was she hit one, rolled through like a chaos theory, lifted her up and hit another one.
I love
for
it.
the win.
I love it.
It was beautiful. Suzuki is so freaking good. It's not fair. It's not fair. And then I say this about like Azumi and Starlight Kid, and they're like, well, they have a lot of these options, but still, it's not fair.
No, it's Suzuki is like really, really good. Great even. Saya Kamatani currently is my female wrestler of the year. So like this match is like a dream match for me, and I cannot wait to watch it.
That'll probably, if I had to guess, that'll probably be the final title match before Kairi's back. I'm guessing they saved Kairi for Dream Queendom at this point.
Yeah, I mean we're a couple months away.
There's no reason not to.
I don't know how many more big shows I guess they have between now and Dream Queendom.
I don't think they have any massive arena shows. And if you want to try to like,
if you're doing Kairi, you definitely have to sell out to like a big.
If you're trying to fill Osaka, Joe Hall, not Osaka, no. If you're trying to fill Ryogoku Sumo Hall, as much as you can, just bring Kairi. I mean, she's probably gonna be on the card either way, but bring title match Kairi. Whether she's winning it or defending it, you're gonna want her to be on that card.
Actually, just win it. So then you're selling the idea that she's winning the title. That's.
And then give me Kairi versus Susan.
Give me Kairi versus so many people.
Just get Susan to sign up this damn company.
By the way, Scotty, the person that wrote this article, when it came to the block standings at the end, they put 0 next to Suzuki. So if you want to contact them,
I hate you.
If you want to contact the person that made the article, just to fix.
I wrote it at 5 a.m. I don't want to hear it.
I'm just helping you out, man. I'm just helping you out.
Are you? Are you?
By calling you
said it on air.
We're calling you out on air. Red Stars block.
God damn it.
Red Stars.
It's fixed.
Oh, let me refresh the page.
It's saving. Nope, now it's fixed.
Now, beautiful. There it is.
Thank you.
Red Stars block. Azumi with 12 points now defeated Utami Hayashishita with 8 points. Very nice little second in command defeating the captain here.
I think we just have to get to the point. I think Azumi's just winning the block because she leads it 6-2. Pretty impressive record. This match was really, really good. It was just really, really fast. Like I think it maybe was 7 minutes, maybe.
Oh, I think Cage match has times actually.
They fit it all in. It was great. I just obviously would have loved for it to be a little bit longer, but it's okay.
Match was 6 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, it was a sprint.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's Azumi, so what do you expect, I guess?
Okay, it was more of a sprint than usual. Like I expected 10 minutes.
Yeah. But was it good?
Oh yeah, it was very entertaining, very good. She hit a Canadian destroyer, naturally, Azumi, and then
Japanese destroyer.
Did her Azumi sushi.
I love that
pin and won, and I was like, that was so clean. That was beautiful.
Yeah, she's really good.
And she's the only one that does a Canadian destroyer, so like, it's cool there. I'm like, you watch AEW, you see 5 of them.
What AEW actually had 3 at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, this past
That
Wednesday.
was actually sick. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That was awesome.
Blue Stars block Maya Iwatani with 9 points now versus Julia with 11 points. They got 9-11 because the date, and also it ended in a 15-minute time limit draw, the first of the tournament. Scotty is slowly clapping.
Class once again from these two. You remember their match from earlier this year? Guess what? It was class. I know Ryan liked that match. Their match from the 5-star last year was class.
Yeah.
This was class. One of the best matches of the tournament for my money. Probably top 5 in my tournament. Obviously, I'm a little, I admit I'm a little selfish when it comes to, not selfish, but I favor Mayu Iwatani a little bit. And Julia for
You're
the most part.
unabashed fan of
Julia's just been phenomenal this whole tournament as well. Very physical. Literally starts off with a backdrop driver.
Mm-hmm.
Like the match, just the bell rings and Julia hits her with one, and I'm like, whoa, what's happening? Slow down. But fantastic stuff. They killed each other for 15 minutes, and it was a perfectly used draw. Had more feeling to it because they haven't used them.
Yeah.
And Julia still can't beat Mayu Iwatani. She has never beaten Mayu Iwatani. They've only either drawn or Mayu's won.
I love it. I love that. So, eventually it'll happen. I don't know how.
For the Red Star.
Yeah.
For the World of Stardom title.
Ooh, so that would be like what? Julia gets the belt and then has to defend
Julia has
it.
The belt. Big match against Mayu.
Dream Queendom. Maybe not this year, but next year, Dream Queendom.
Well, that's if Mayu wins the tournament, which I will never get my hopes up for again.
So. No. Well, if Julia wins the tournament, right? Julia wins the tournament, wins the belt.
I expect her to win this year's tournament.
So. Is the tournament winner here are they doing a G1 Climax gimmick where the tournament winner here goes on?
They will. Yeah, they'll go to Dream Queendom.
All right,
like
so that's
like Shuri did last year.
That's like
just hopefully there's no briefcase.
Oh, you never know. People love their physical
there
items.
Was last year.
There was also 2 tag team matches on the show as well, both for championships. So there was the Artists of Stardom Championship with Oedo Tai defending their titles again against Hazuki, Koguma, and Hanan.
This match was fantastic.
Really? I was considering looking at this thing that there were tag matches here, that whether or not I should watch these. It was good?
The best performance of Hanan's career. Not even close. Like,
ooh.
She went out there. They made her the focus of this match, and it was brilliant. It was the usual, like, Koguma's barely in the tag team matches because she just doesn't show up for them, which is very funny. I know, it's the Ryan way. It's like Ryan is playing the game. You got Momo and Hazuki killing each other, of course, because that's always a must, always fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But they made this focus about Hanan, and she rose to the occasion, the best performance of her career. I think this is the match that you walk away from and you're like, that's why she's the future ace. Legitimately, like, that's what I walked away saying. Like, I don't want to spoil it for anyone because I think you have to watch her performance, but she pretty much has put her entire 5-star, which I think she's really shown improvement from start to finish, and she's making it count. And this match showed that. She wasn't off on anything. She didn't miss anything. She showed a baby face, like, fire that you really want to see out of her. Performance of her career. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations, Hanan. You didn't win.
Oh, no.
But you will someday, and it'll be worth it because, my God, was I on the edge of my seat thinking she was going to win here.
Yeah, no, Hanan has definitely gotten a lot better during this tournament, I would think. That Starlight Kid match was good. I mean, back-to-back with Hazuki
so ready
as
to
well.
Move on.
She's
the future stuff.
I think post-tournament she's losing that title and
I'm sorry, it's going to put her through the ground.
Going into a tag title sort of division, probably. I mean, I don't. She's not white belt. That's like the weird that's the weird problem with Stardom. Maybe not problem per se.
They don't have a mid. Yeah, they need a real mid card belt, and they don't have one.
Yeah, the white card is elevated so. What is this, New Japan? The white belt is elevated so much that it's like, well, I don't know if Hanan can do that now. It's
it's so funny talking to people that like come to Star and they're like, "Oh yeah, the Wonder's the mid card belt." I'm like, yeah, not really.
I guess the SWA title maybe, but she wouldn't be able to challenge that.
They have the rules, so
yeah,
it's useless.
Yeah, so
like Mayu's champion, and I have forgotten so many times.
Yeah,
they have a lot of belts, but if they take the SWA out, which I think they will, since they have the IWGP for the same purpose essentially, they should add something.
Yeah,
because like the high speeds one, but only for select few.
That's also a great point. Is obviously in New Japan it's different, but in Stardom, what hierarchy? Where is the IWGP Women's Belt located in the hierarchy?
They pretty much told us it's like it's so weird,
right?
Like, how they explain it. They're like, it doesn't matter, but it does.
Yeah,
but it's not bigger than the red or white. But it is, but it's not.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what?
It's almost like another world title, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever main event over a red belt match. I think that's the basis I've gotten from it. It's supposed to be defended on major New Japan shows and some major Stardom shows.
Yeah, and probably they'll use that in America to defend or whatever.
And the strong shows and whatever. So yeah, it's a weird system they got going on there.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Rossi hasn't figured it out yet.
I don't think he actually has control over that belt.
I also don't think so.
I think that is Bushiroad that has control.
Yeah,
and partly New Japan.
Yeah, I feel like Gato and Rossi are probably working in conjunction, but he doesn't have full control.
I need the picture. I just need the picture of them together. I just need it.
For
so many reasons.
I want Gato wearing the hat. That's what I want. And Rossi has the bandana thing over the majority of his eyes.
Iconic stuff right there. That'd be great.
Also, the main event was the Goddesses of Stardom title. Tam Nakano and Natsupoi defended successfully to Mirai and Ami Sourei. Boy, do they love Ami Sourei here. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of Ami Sourei.
Really?
I don't like her nearly as much as everyone else does. I think all Western fans have turned a page and they love Ami Sourei. I don't. I think she has a great finisher now, the Fire Thunder Driver, which she looks like she kills people.
Yeah.
I think that's great. But otherwise, I'm just watching a tree wrestle, and it's very boring to me. I said Alex loves Ami Sourei, so this is an extra attack on him. But and I've said the tree comment, so it's not like he doesn't know. That's who I said it to. He's like, you just called the woman a tree. I was like, well, sorry. She's as boring as one. Yeah, I just don't love her as much as other people.
Yeah.
And I think she has used the tournament to improve for sure. I agree to that. I think the tournament improves everyone for the most part. Mirai clearly improving.
Hanan.
I don't
clearly improving.
Hanan, of course. But I don't need these two challenging for tag titles for at least 6 months. At least. They can challenge for the artists because they probably will with Shuri eventually again and win them. That's fine. But for now, please get away from these. This was probably their best title match. But I mean, it's almost really, really difficult to have a bad match with the two that they were facing. So
yeah.
Though I felt that way with Hazuki and Koguma, then they went to a 30-minute draw. So
yeah, well, this also
30-minute draws always change the game.
This also was Natsupoi Nakano's first title defense, so they got ways to go some more.
Yeah, but we didn't get a challenger after the match. That was the one real shame.
No, we got one after the artist.
We're going to the tag league though, so
I think that might be part of it.
Tag league's right after this. And tag league's gonna bang. Tag league was great last year.
Probably. Can we bring in? Let's bring in some random ass indie women's wrestlers into the tag league. Classic Stardom way. Bring in some random ass women's indie wrestlers. Let's bring in. Who do we got? Let's bring in Maddie Renkowski. And
Ava White's 6 foot tall.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Who's the Mission Pro tag team? I think it's Maddie Renkowski and what's her name?
Dude, I don't know.
Let's bring in them. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, people, get with me here. Mission Pro, do the connection. Thunder Rosa, do it. I guess. Right? You know what I'm saying, Scotty? You know what I'm saying? Manuel Kasky and Rochelle Chanel. Remember her? She's the one that did like the.
I don't know who any of these.
Anyways,
is that Drake Maverick's wife?
No.
Oh
no. 5-star Grand Prix. So how do you feel about the tournament as a whole right now? For reference, I'm only up to night 9. I know I'm behind. I was hoping to catch up, but I had a migraine this week, so I could not catch up and look at the TVs all that much. So that was fun. Happens to the best of us.
How many times do we record?
Yeah, I
might be part of the reason.
It was an eye strain migraine. So we recorded. I had a migraine on Tuesday, and then I was just having eye strain stumbles on Thursday for that CM Punk audio. But anyways, what do you think about this tournament so far? For me, I think this tournament has been pretty good for the most part. At night 9, there wasn't like there was a couple great matches, but even then, when I recall them, there was nothing that really like, set it apart as like, there wasn't a night of great matches or anything like that. It was just sort of like one match that was like, oh, that was great. Julia versus Starlight Kid was great. Hazuki versus, Julia, it was probably the best so far in the tournament that I've seen. But it sounds like based on what you're sort of talking about with night 13, it sounds like this might have been the night of the tournament, which I'm excited to see now. But how do you feel seeing everything so far? How do you feel about this 5-star this year?
It's been a fantastic tournament. I never go into a show thinking every match is going to deliver because that would be absurd. The G1, I don't think that's ever happened. So
that's happened the G1 years ago, but this happened.
Well, yeah, when they have 5 matches on a show, but these usually have at least 10. Like when they have these GP shows, they have a lot of matches. They're getting a lot done despite having 21 days to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So like I never expect a show to be fully like great or something. The Corkins are the closest you'll get to that, is because they're just entertaining, and the atmosphere is fantastic. So it's like, you do what you got to do. But yeah, I think overall it's delivered in every way that I expected it to.
Yeah.
They've taken advantage of the 15-minute draws to just make it all action all the time, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
And you've really seen the best of the best in Stardom show that they're the best in the best more than ever, because 15 minutes really challenge you to show your creativity, show your ability, and do it to the best. And I think, looking at my little 5-star guide here, like Hazuki's the MVP so far.
Sure.
She also had the most matches so far, but you have the likes of Julia, who's just been phenomenal. Mayu's been secretly good, and she has all of her big matches left. Like the rest of the way, her matches are Suzu Suzuki tomorrow, which is amazing.
Oh boy.
Can't wait for that. You have Hazuki at another Korakuen. Momo Watanabe, which I think is the best matchup in Stardom consistently. Either that or Mayu and Julia at this point. And then she has Starlight Kid as well. So she has really like this hitter's row left. Suzu Suzuki's at...
She's only had 4 matches so far.
Yeah, she only has 4 matches. So Suzu Suzuki's schedule goes as follows. She has Mayu tomorrow.
Great.
Saida next weekend, which actually could be really solid.
I agree.
Momo Watanabe, which is going to be like
brutal,
absolute war.
Yeah.
Mina Shirakawa, which like really interests me for like so many reasons of like how can Mina wrestle Suzu Suzuki? Suzu Suzuki versus Hanan. Oh no,
she's gonna die.
Terrifying. Suzuki versus Ami Sarai. Suzuki versus Starlight Kid, and of course Suzu Suzuki versus Julia. So,
that's a great final. That's a great final match right there.
It's gonna be really hard for truthfully, because of how great Suzu Suzuki's already been in her 4 matches. I think she has the inside track on her way to an MVP.
Yeah.
she just had like her match with Mirai, right, was so good
Mm-hmm.
that it's like, oh, she has an advantage now because like I look at the strongest competitors in this tournament, and I don't consider Mirai as part of the Mayu, Julia, Saya, Starlight Kid, Momo, Hazuki pact.
Mm-hmm.
And she's already had two really good, or if not great, matches with at least Mirai and Natsupoi. Yeah, so like she has an inside track. I think everyone's shown. I think the Red Stars block has been as expected. You know, you have a little weaker of a thing, but the top wrestlers are delivering in their spots. Um, like if I had to give an MVP for the Red Stars block, probably be Azumi or
Risa Sarah's been pretty good.
Risa Sarah's been Risa Sarah's been very solid.
Yeah.
That like she has nothing for me below like she did nothing below at least like pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
The
She's
Micah
been
Tommy match was good, but that was maybe like one.
yeah, Utami's probably the MVP because her matches with Micah and Shuri have been the
Mm-hmm.
best. That have probably been the best of that block.
And it sounds like the Osme was also still pretty good, if albeit short.
Yeah, it just was really short. It would have been even better if it got more time. So yeah, Tommy's probably the MVP there.
Well, let's talk about the Red Stars block. Off the top of the block, we got tied for 12. Tied with 12 points currently, Azame and Hameka. Azame has currently, at the time of recording, 4 matches left, while Hameka only has 2. So it looks like Azame is probably going to surpass Hameka in terms of points. Very likely, I guess. Azame has Koguma, Sayaka, Kashima, and Sarah left. So it looks like she'll probably earn a couple points there, probably pass Ameka. So how do you think about those two female wrestlers there?
Zumi, you see Asumi and
Hameka,
Sorry,
yes.
a work thing. I think neither of them are winning the block.
Really? Who do you think's going to win the block then?
I think it's probably Tam.
Tam with
Tam
8 points currently. She's got how many?
She also has the least amount of matches wrestled in the block.
Yeah, she has 6 matches left.
Yeah, so I think I think Tam is on her way probably to winning it so that she can fight Julia because hello, that makes the most sense. If not, I've been pretty set on Micah being the other one as like the Momo from last year, where you know she's not going to win, but she gets to a final, much like Hameka did 2 years ago. If Azumi made it, be amazing, but that is not happening.
Yeah.
So she's getting the Starlight Kid run from last year, where she was in contention the final day, but she's not going to make it.
Yeah, and Tam Nakano actually has 6 matches, while she also shares that number with Unagi Sayaka, Saki, and Risa Sarah. So 3 other people she shares that 6 matches left total with.
Yeah.
If Wikipedia is to be believed. Micah, she's got 10 points. She's also in the top there. She has left Himeka, Momokogo, and Unagi Sayaka. Oh, and Sakurai. So I think she's been pretty good in this tournament so far. I thought that, like I said, that Utami Hayashishita match was pretty good. Other than that, I don't really recall anything specifically that jumps out to me, but I think she's been solid.
Micah had a big weekend this past weekend, not this weekend, but last weekend. She wrestled both Shuri and Tam, yes, which was like kind of insane because if you just think about like who they are and how important they are, that's like, you know, those big 2 matches. I will say that it was the Shuri match was good. It just never reached the point I wanted it to. The Tam match was really good. Micah's been fine. She's been solid. She's often a very solid competitor. She's a good tournament wrestler for the most part. I don't know where Ryan went, everybody, so I hope he's okay. I hope he's alive. I hope he's well, but I don't know where he went. I don't know what happened to him. So I'm just gonna wing it here. I don't know if he could hear me either. I just heard him coughing, and then he disappeared from my screen while I was looking over stats. So yeah, I'll move on in the tournament based off the points because that's what he's going off of.
I'm back.
Oh, you're alive. I didn't really know if he died or not. So I was like, I hope he's okay, but I will move on.
I was
he's not okay.
drinking water and it went down the wrong way. Oh God, sorry about that, folks.
It's tough. It's tough when you're drinking the thing that's usually supposed to help you get that out. You know?
Yeah. Because then if you saw in the background of the video that Jesse came up worried, and I was trying to mind to her that I was drinking water and that's what caused it, and she was like, "Oh, okay," and then ran over, grabbed water, and handed it to me. I was like, "I don't want water. This is the problem." Water. You're fine, Jesse. You're fine.
You're pointing to the pancake.
You're fine. I wasn't pointing to the pancake. I was pointing to the water bottle. Anyways, Utami Hayashishita, Koguma, Mai Sakurai, Tam Nakano, Shuri, Risa Sera all have 8 points. There's a lot of matches left. I'm not going to go through every single one, but quick block here. What do you think? How do you think about these ladies here?
Like we said, Risa Sera has been solid. I think Utami's probably the MVP of the Red Stars block so far. Tam screams winner. Mai Sakurai being amongst these people is stunning. Shuri's been it's really been weird to see Shuri lose so many times. Not used to that, but yeah, I mean, I think Risa Sera could be in the conversation come that final night. I think she's at 4-2. She'd get a match with Shuri on the final night.
Mm-hmm.
So Shuri might be playing spoiler for Risa Sera.
It's possible.
All things,
which
would be interesting.
Maybe vice versa, depending how things shake out. Shuri has Tam Nakano.
Shuri needs a lot of help.
Shuri has Tam Nakano left, Momo Kogo, Risa Sera, and Saki. Who was the other person that we were sort of talking about there? Mai Sakurai, she has left Utami Hayashishita. Micah, maybe Sera and Saki. And the other one you were talking about, Tam Nakano, we kind of were talking about. She has Shuri left, Hayashishita, Momokogo, Sayaka, Seri, and Saki as well. Sera and Saki have a lot of matches left.
Yay.
So I think I think you're right in saying that more than likely the winner is in this 8 point block here. Yeah. It's just a matter of how things shake out. Because a lot of these people in here as well have 6 matches left, so there's a lot of opportunities to get points.
I think Tam's on her way to the win still. I think Tam and Julia just makes the most sense.
And then the last 4 people in the block here, kind of just grouping people here together for time. Saki Kashima, Saki herself. Saki Kashima has 6 points. Saki has 4 points. Unagi Sayaka and Momo Kogo both have 2 points. Kind of talked about it earlier. Unagi Sayaka 2 points. Really? What are we doing here?
Yeah, she's lost a lot of her everything in terms of where she mostly placement on the card.
Yeah,
kind of shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Never expect her to have 2 points, especially because she did really well last year.
Well, I'm looking at last year now. She ended with 9 points, but that was third to last in the block.
Yeah, but 9 points then was a 10-person block too.
True.
So there's extra points this year.
It also helped that Ruaka was in that and had 0 points, so everyone was able to get a lot more points.
She also beat Tam last year, so which she could still do this year. I think that's very possible. Get her a big win. But yeah, I don't have much to say about all these folks.
Yeah, bottom of the block. Unagi is just
bottom of the block.
Unagi, I guess she also has Tam Nakano, Azume, Koguma, Micah, Himeka, and Momo Kogo. So she has 6 matches left, so plenty of time to get more points. Maybe it's just that's the situation. But even there, I mean, Nakano, Azume, Koguma, Micah, Himeka, Kogo, probably get a couple points here and there, but she's not going to get all the points from that. So she's going to probably end somewhere around the middle. Blue Stars block. At the top of the block, who has been at the top of the block for a good while now, Hazuki with 14 points. I'm dying again. Scotty, go ahead.
All right, well, as he dies again, as he said. So long. Good run. Enjoyed the podcast with you, my friend. Hazuki has been nothing but phenomenal at the top of the block. She has been the person to watch. She's had just phenomenal match after phenomenal match. Great performance. She's bringing the best out of the bottom of this tournament as well. She she could be more ready for a title reign. But
Yeah.
it's gonna take some time. But I'm just happy to see her succeed, get a lot of points. She might lose out, but it was fun to see.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be in the terms of, final contention of who might win. She only
fights
has
Momo the final night. So.
Yeah, her and Momo are the actually. Oh no, sorry. Hazuki is the only person with 3 matches left. Momo has 4 matches left. Hazuki was left to face Iwatani, Watanabe, and Saida. Momo Watanabe has Iwatani, Julia, Hazuki, and Suzuki left. Oh, Hazuki and Suzuki. Momo's at 6, so she's not going to win. I mean, if she wins every single one, that's 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 6. That's
I think it's
14. The ties of Hazuki.
If Hazuki wins her next match, Natsupoi's eliminated.
Yeah,
That's how dominant she was.
We're at the point now where if Hazuki wins a match, like I just said,
half the field's out.
Yes, if Hazuki wins a match, Momo's out. Like for example,
Momo's already out.
Oh, no, I think she can. Well,
she technically is in, but she's out.
She could win if she wins every single one of her matches,
win out,
which includes beating Hazuki.
She would have, it gets tricky.
And Hazuki has to lose every match, so
you have to take everyone else into account too.
Yeah,
Momo's had a tough time, but yeah, it's pretty much if Hazuki wins, everyone below Mayu is out.
Yeah, Mayu is at 6 points. So that's a lot of people, but
Mayu is at 9 points.
Yes. But Hazuki has been, I think, really good. I think she's been really good in this tournament, from what I've seen so far.
9 points is funny because we finally got our draw.
Yeah, it is. Saya Kamatani, 12 points, second in the block here. She has left to face. Julia, Shirakawa, Mirai, and Ami Sarai.
She just started to finally heat up in terms of like match quality, I think. With the Hazuki match. And what did I just watch today?
Suzuki match, the Hazuki and the Suzuki combo.
Those are her 2 best. She's back at that level that you expect her to be. She's not going to win this tournament, but hopefully we get a Suzuki title match out of that. That's all I want. She probably loses 2 more times. If I had to guess, probably to Ami Sarai on last night. So gross, but it's fine.
It's certainly possible for her to win in just terms of logistics. But I guess it remains to be seen. I mean, Julia is going to be a tough one. It would be
stunning if she won.
I think she can definitely pull 2, maybe 4 points left of who she has, at least.
Yeah, certain people have 1 loss left, I think, in their chamber.
Yeah.
Saya, she beat Hazuki, so she actually has a little room.
Yeah, so she has some space, but a lot
of people didn't beat Hazuki, so that also is the game we're playing.
Yeah. Julia with 11 points as well. Like we said, she had the draw today. She has left to face Saya Kamatani, Momo Watanabe, Suzu Suzuki, and Ami Sarai.
Oh my god, 3 of those matches are going to be insanely good.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Ami Sarai.
I do think though
probably could be pretty good
with Julia against Julia. I think it's going to be.
Yeah, Julia's on her bullshit this tournament.
Yeah,
she's just doing shoot headbutts every match at this point, which is terrifying. But we stand, or whatever the children say.
It's my gimmick.
Yeah, of course.
I'm hip with the kids.
She's been phenomenal. Like there's no one else that should win this tournament.
Yeah,
she should be winning this tournament, winning the title, call it a wrap, move on. She is ready to be champion of this company.
I could honestly see it come down to.
She also might have like 3 of my top 5 matches.
It's possible for her to win, obviously.
She does have 3 of my top 5 matches.
There we go.
Holy shit.
I imagine the Iwatani's in there. Starlight Kid match was fantastic. I watched that yesterday.
And the Hazuki one's in there too for me.
Yeah. From night 1 too.
Crazy.
That was also good. I could see her possibly winning the match, but I could also see Suzu Suzuki playing spoiler.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that and I'm like, Julia's lost.
Now that draws are in play,
mm-hmm.
that could go to a draw so that you get another match out of those 2
mm-hmm.
while you also get her to the finals. That's what they did last year with Shuri. Shuri went to a draw.
Julia's
Roja.
if let's say she loses the Suzuki match, that would be and wins every other match, that'd be 6 points. That would bring her up
Suzuki's
to
losing to Momo for anyone that doesn't know that yet. So be prepared.
Yeah. Plus, Julia's already lost to Hazuki, so that's oof.
So she's playing big catch up still.
Tied of 10 points, and also as a tag team, Mirai and Ami Sourei. Ami Sourei has left Julia, Kamatani, Shirakawa, and Suzuki, while Mirai has Kamatani, Starlight Kid, Saida, Shirakawa. Yeah, they're not going to win. They're both at 10 points. They're high up here. I think, this sort of...
If Mirai wins, we might see a riot.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to win. I mean, a lot of the people she has left are... 2 of the people she has left are big names. Ami Sourei has a lot more big... a lot more 3 big names left. So, maybe either of them could maybe play spoiler at last night. Who were they facing last night? Do you have that in front of you?
Mirai, they were both. You mean today?
No, who are Mirai and Ami Sourei facing on the final night?
Sorry. Ami's facing Saya, and Mirai is facing Saida.
So Ami could play spoiler.
Mirai's getting a win. She'll probably finish in like the top 4 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing Ami also plays spoiler.
Yeah, certainly possible there. But I think
they're gonna finish with respectable numbers.
The 2 of them, though, I think this tournament have been fairly good, but nothing to me screams like they've had a great match. Except that Mirai
Suzu
match. That was pretty good.
That was
so far my match of the tournament. At 9 points, Mayu Iwatani. I'm gonna rope in here as well. 8 points, Natsupoi. So we got Mayu Iwatani at 9 points, Natsupoi at 8 points. Iwatani has left Starlight Kid, Momo Watanabe, Hazuki, and Suzuki. While yeah, that's a rough 4 matches for Mayu.
That's what we call hit row.
Yeah. Hit row. Natsupoi has Starlight Kid, Saida, Shirakawa, and Hanan left. So she's definitely gonna get some points here, but
Hanan.
Yeah, definitely gonna get some points here. So
I don't have much. I mean, Mayu's been great, but I don't.
How about Natsupoi's been fine? She's been good. She's been good. She hasn't been as impressive as I wanted her to be in this tournament.
I think so. Her match with Mayu was really good. Her match with let me look at my
consult the guide. You got to consult the guide, of course.
Yeah. Well, I just want to tell you how I think Natsupoi's been doing correctly.
No, of course.
I do agree she's been underwhelming for what I expect from her.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy her and Hazuki, I'm pretty sure. But her and Saya Kamatani was a little underwhelming. Seeing that their title match was great. Natsupoi and Momo was good. And yeah, her and Maya. But I still think it's like underwhelming in the sense that she had a great year. She's still been like, I think, Stardom's breakout wrestler this year in terms of just kind of rising up the card. But yeah, there's definitely some underwhelming in there because you expect her to be in that upper echelon that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And I think she's not, unlike Mayu, who we're talking about here, who absolutely is.
Of course. Momo Watanabe, Starlight Kid both have 6 points as well. Momo has left Mayu Iwatani, Julia, Hazuki, and Suzuki. Talk about another hit row there. Oh boy.
Hit row. Jesus, that's ridiculous.
And Starlight Kid has left Mayu Iwatani, Saida, Natsupoi, Shirakawa, Mirai, and Suzuki. So she has 6 matches left. A lot of time for her to go, but so with 6 points.
Wait, who has 6 matches left?
Starlight Kid. And she only has 6 points.
That's crazy.
So she certainly has enough.
I've seen her wrestle already a lot.
Yeah. She certainly has enough of a chance to get some points, 6 points. So she definitely go up in the card, or up in the block here. It's gonna be, a little tough maybe, but I think she can pull it out.
Starlight Kid's absolute class. I just want to point that out to everyone. She's so good already. It's very unfair.
I think she is for me personally, I would put her as a top runner for the IWGP Women's. That's what I would do.
Well, she won't win it, but I could see her being in the. Actually, no, she already has a match set for that show, so she's not gonna win it.
No, good point. Good point. She could do double
I
duty.
don't know why they announced those.
I don't know either. Unless it's like they're doing a booking change, but they never do that. And then in the bottom of the barrel here, we got Mina Shirakawa with 4 points, Sai Ida and Suzu Suzuki with 2 points.
Don't you ever put Suzu Suzuki in the same conversation?
I didn't give her only 2 points. She's
only had 4 matches.
That's not my fault. Bottom of the barrel, currently in the blocks, Mina Shirakawa 4 points, who is doing better than Suzu Suzuki. Sai Ida, Suzu Suzuki at 2 points, and Hanan with 0. Obviously, we're not expecting Hanan.
You watch your mouth.
Hanan only has 4 matches left. Suzu Suzuki has like a billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches left, so she's definitely going to climb up.
She's on every card the rest of the way.
Shirakawa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches left. That's a lot more matches than I thought.
7? She has 7 left?
Yeah, she has 7 left. That's insane. Sai Ida has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches left. Hanan only has 4. So Hanan only has 4. She has Sai Ida, Natsupoi, Shirakawa, and Suzuki. Maybe she can get a point.
Yeah, Suzu's gonna get a respectable number. She's gonna lose. She'll probably go like 50-50.
Yeah. I think
she has way too many big matchups to win them all now. She's probably not gonna beat. She's probably not gonna beat Mayu tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, because you want to keep Mayu in the hunt. If she loses, she's kind of out.
Yeah.
She'll probably beat Starlight Kid. I think she. Well, you have to remember, 2 of her matches got postponed.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure she would probably be 3-3 right now.
What were the first 2?
Starlight Kid and Ami Sarai.
Yeah.
The Starlight Kid match is now happening at Stardom and Showcase.
Mm-hmm. The Starlight Kid match, Starlight Kid match, maybe.
I think she was going to win that one.
And then I think she would have won the Ami Sarai.
That was night 1, and they probably wanted to establish her right off the rip.
Yeah.
And then Ami Sarai, they might have had her lose or win, either one.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that she would have won both.
Well, I mean, if Ami Sarai won that one, she would currently have 12 points. I don't know.
I think Suzu probably would have won both.
Yeah.
She'd be at 3-3 right now.
Yeah, and then she would have 6 points with
it would make a lot more sense than what she's currently at.
Yeah. If she won the first 2, she would be at 6 points tied with Momo and Starlight, and that feels like a better spot.
Yes.
But that's Stardom. That's the 5-star right there.
That's Stardom. Let's do our Q&A and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we I think 5-star. I think based on what you're saying, is going to heat up a little bit more with especially with this stretch of matches, a couple hit rows for people.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Did the Queen die again?
No. WXW announced a Grand Prix tag tournament or something.
Mm-hmm.
Round robin tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric Young and Alexander Wolf are teaming up, and they're called Sanity. And I think that's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Violence is Forever is also in it.
Is Big Damo in there?
He is not actually.
Dang.
Chris Brooks and his tag team partner that I can never remember, Masa something.
No,
is in it, and 2 really good guys from like Big Japan. Irie and some other guy.
We all check it out. I enjoyed the WXW. What's their yearly tournament called? Gold something. Whatever it is, something gold. I enjoyed that tournament, so maybe go check that one out as well. Yeah, we got a bunch of questions here. We asked for Q&A through Twitter at CountOutPod and also on Twitter for us. And people responded. We also asked some questions on the Discord, the Count Out Discord, which of course you can join by going to.
I got a question in the DMs. Let me go get it.
Cool. Question the DMs. Slid in the DMs for you.
You can go with yours first. I just need to go.
Sure. We also, if you want to ask questions to us in any of those instances or interact with the show as well, join the Discord. Join the Count Out Discord. There's a link tree in the Count Out Pod Twitter account. Click on that link tree. There's a link there that goes to immediately joins the Discord. Go check it out. I think I set up a bit.ly at one point, but I don't remember what that was. I could probably look it up momentarily. But basically, we got a bunch of questions here, so let's get to it. We also have some questions from last time that I've been saving for this next time. So I had questions last time we had it. So yeah, So we had a couple. So I'll go to those first. This is from at Sandre Bjorn. If you could pick one wrestler from Tokyo Joshi Pro and one from a Stardom for Tony Khan to sign and bring into AEW, who would they be?
Oh Jesus, no one.
No one. I mean, yeah, because the question is, then you're bringing them out of Stardom, right? That's the idea.
Yeah, Yuka Sakazaki, sign her full time
Mm-hmm.
out of TJPW.
Yeah.
And mostly because I'm not as high on Yuka as everyone else, so it's okay if they. I like Yuka, but like I don't want to lose Makito, and
I also don't want to lose.
don't want to lose Miyamashi at all.
Yeah, I don't want to lose Yamashita in Tokyo.
Who is it? For Stardom?
Stardom?
I'm not sending them anyone that good.
Saya Ida.
Wow, damn.
Why not?
I think you like Saida.
I do like Saya Ida.
Really not. They got Mina Shirakawa. Fuck you guys.
Oh, she'll get over.
She's gonna be like one of the best wrestlers on that roster.
She'll get over too. And well, she's also like training now.
She's gonna make Madison Rayne look like a absolute nerd.
Mina Shirakawa is actually not a bad idea because she's also Mina's also training people, if I'm not mistaken. So that would also be a good idea. She would not only get over
her or Nagi, to be fair.
Mina would not only be a great idea because she would 1, get over, 2, put on good matches, and 3, train people to be better wrestlers.
When in doubt, send the Cosmic Angel.
Yeah, that's actually legitimately not a bad idea. I would actually 100% co-sign that.
Next question.
This is from Ethan Spire. What do you think is the realistic ceiling for Ruaka in her current form? Of course, this is an old question, but kind of still relevant. Feels like she hasn't moved up after dropping the Future Belt the way Unagi did, and also feels like Hanan is passing her too. Plus, the main event scene is already stacked with powerhouse wrestlers. We kind of touched on this a little bit with like Hanan moving up. Is like, what's that?
Sorry.
Thank you. Powerhouse wrestlers. We kind of talked about this a little bit of Hanan eventually moving out of the Future of Stardom title picture, where there's not really a great place to go after that. It's kind of you form a tag team. There's a great disparity between Future of Stardom and white belt territory. SWA is kind of in there. Who the heck knows? I know Scotty's dancing to Hanan in his head. But similar, I guess I'm gonna expand this question. Kind of already talked about Hanan, but what do you think about Ruaka, who's been there a lot longer than her, obviously?
She will be a heel challenger to at least the Wonder.
Yeah.
Much like Natsuko Tora has been.
Yeah, I can see that.
Her career.
Sure.
Not to lump them in together, but that's probably where if she gets better over time, then you never know. She's still very young, so it's hard to fully predict. But
yeah,
that's probably what I see her as, a heel challenger who can probably give Hanan a good rivalry.
Oh, we got a question that came in just as I got the notification for a new question.
Ask it right now.
Okay, let me pull it up. This is
Hanan. Hanan.
This is from at Ryan Dilbert. Is Kiyomiya ready to be the Noah Ace?
Ooh, great question. I watched the N1 victory. I liked him so much more before he changed back to the blonde. I was really loving him. They changed back to the blonde. He's doing all the Muto moves. He is ready. I think he is ready. It's just like he keeps changing too much and it's hurting himself, if that makes sense. He's definitely ready though. Like they don't have anyone else that I guess like you have Kano and you have Nakajima. Like they could still be aces.
Currently,
Nakajima's not. But
disappointing. I would love Nakajima was.
But my main point is like they're older.
Yeah.
You want someone young to just push you forward. Like think about it. DDT has Konosuke.
Mm-hmm. Despite being there for a century.
Yeah, New Japan obviously has Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Still, he's still the ace.
Moxley is now certifiedly the ace of AEW.
Yeah, Moxley's the ace of AEW. Cody Rhodes is the ace of WWE. You think I'm kidding, but I'm not. Seth Rollins probably is.
I was gonna say it's probably Seth,
but all these top Mayu's the ace, but like they have 75 other options too. Yeah, it has to be Kaito. Who else are you gonna pick?
Yeah,
they need him more now, more than literally ever.
And weirdly, doing the whole Keiji Muto tribute act, which I don't think the Keiji Muto tribute act is a good move for someone to be an ace.
Not a full-time tribute act.
Yeah, but
has become.
But in this company of how it is now, that's gonna be
set.
That's all. That's what they need to give him to become the ace.
Good question. The answer is yes, he's ready because they don't have any other options.
I was about to say the thing is that he is the only one I think is possible to be their ace.
He also shows signs of like, oh, this guy, yeah, he's the ace.
Yeah,
and then like he'll do things, and I'm like, well.
We talked about also as well. I would have loved if he never won the title to begin with. The world title to begin with.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's like Takeshita, who's won it like 7 times already.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're 26.
Yeah, it's like
I might be younger. I don't know how old he is.
I think he's in a better spot now, certainly, than he's ever been. But
Konosuke's 27.
Yeah, I don't. He has to.
He's won the top title in DDT 5 times.
For him to step up even more, I don't. To ace level. I don't know. I think it's kind of what they all they have
Kaito?
left. But yeah, I don't know.
If he can mix in the Muto stuff into what he was doing before, I think he'll be complete.
Yeah, if he does some sort of amalgamation.
All Muto.
I agree. Do you want to ask that question in the DMs?
Oh yeah, sorry. That's what I was trying to do. I completely forgot what I was trying to do.
You're fine. You're fine.
Give me 1 second. All right. When will Ryan repent and convert to Kagaminism?
How dare you, Alex? How dare you? He asked that not in the DM, but on the countout tweet.
I know that's literally what I just read it off of. He just wanted me to ask it on the show.
God damn it! I responded at the time, no, never. Have you seen great Kogama matches in the Stardom 5-star? Huh? Or have you seen great?
I haven't,
have you seen great Julia matches? Have you seen great Mayu matches?
Dude, what is this comparison?
That's fair.
Have you seen the 2 main eventers do it? If you hit me with like Hanan, I would have.
Hanan, yes. I like Hanan way more than I like Kogama.
Hanan's great.
I just don't like
Hanan. Hanan.
Okay. I don't much care for. I think she's a good wrestler, but I
hate bears.
I hate bears. I hate beats. I hate Battlestar Galactica. I just don't like wasting the first minute of a match doing a bear gimmick and then going into a solid match. That's kind of
the bear stuff.
I hate the bear stuff.
I knew it.
All right, stuff.
Move on.
Get the bear stuff. There's the answer.
The question, though.
Just be a straight great wrestler. Can we just do that? This is from Lauren Rosenberg, the host of Your Dose of Death podcast. He asked us in the Discord. Again, you can join the Discord. I didn't figure out what that bit.ly was, but there's a link tree in the Count Out Pod Twitter bio. So definitely join that and join the Discord and talk about the show. Talk about Ring Post Radio. Talk about other wrestling, whatever you want. But he asked, with the potential rumors of the Young Bucks giving out feelers to WWE, how do you feel about the future of AEW if the Bucks and Kenny were to leave and not renew next year? I do want to caveat that there is that report going around right now. The Young Bucks sent out feelers from reported by Cultaholic Wrestling, but in that report, it did say that they gave out feelers before their extensions were given, which was like last year or 2 years ago or something. So this isn't like a recent news thing of them giving out feelers. This is old news. Cultaholic poorly framing it in a way that making it new news. But still, beyond that, especially with all this Punk stuff and threatening to leave, and we don't know who threatened to leave and all this stuff, how do you feel about the future of AEW, Scotty, if the Bucks and Kenny were to leave and not renew next year?
They'd be screwed.
Yeah.
All right, they wouldn't be screwed, but like it's
We-
called All Elite Wrestling, guys.
We showed on Wednesday that they won't necessarily be screwed, but we also showed on Wednesday that there
It's
is going to be
called-
weird funk in the room.
It's called All Elite Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone remembers why it's called Elite, but it's because of the Elite. And if the Elite walks out the door, I'm not saying AEW is like screwed in the sense that they're going to go under and have no shot. They have plenty of stars, obviously, and they can make more.
They'll be okay, surely.
But as much as John Moxley is the ace, as much as Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho are locker room leaders, as much as MJF is the future of this company, this company will always revolve around the Elite. You saw it at the pay-per-view. What got the best reaction? When Hangman Page and Kenny Omega went face-to-face in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Right? And the Acclaim. But, everybody loves the Acclaim.
Goes without saying.
Like, it's always the Elite.
Yeah.
It's always the Elite. That is why people watch this company. I understand maybe the ratings don't always show it, but I'm sure there's other demographics. And listen, it's an eyeball test to know how much they care about these guys.
Yeah.
I don't think they're leaving, but truthfully, as much as I love CM Punk, Tony Khan cannot pick CM Punk over the Elite.
No. And at the end of the day, I think if it had to be you have to pick one, it's delete one via Twitter. Like Matt Hardy, that's the answer.
Oh Jesus, please.
You have to keep. If I can do the analogy for a second here, I think when Cody left, you kind of lost in a weird way the voice of AEW. The guy that was always up to bat, constantly talking about AEW and what the means of it and all this other stuff. And they've kind of had to figure it out since then, and it's kind of become Moxley in that ace energy a little bit. But if you kind of lost the voice of AEW a little bit when you lost Cody. If you lose Omega and the Bucks, that's the heart and soul. Well, maybe not the heart, maybe the heart's Page or something, but you definitely lost like the soul of AEW, and that would be a humongous loss, not just in ratings, not just in matches, not it's across the board. It would be a significant loss, and you also lose upper management and all that stuff. It is not a good idea. It wouldn't be a good idea. I get maybe they'll do that. Maybe they did feelers before it just to play ball because that's what you do. But you don't take that up. You don't take this offer seriously versus change it. Maybe the idea is you can change the wrestling world more by going to WWE. But you don't do that. If you're and when I say you don't do that, obviously it's TK. You have to dump the Brinks truck into their lap, but also it's like I do not see Omega and the Young Bucks actively wanting out of this company.
No, I don't think so either. I think the best way to explain it is an unfortunate circumstance, like the Swerve podcast did. But these guys have to be back, otherwise you are just playing with fire that you should not be playing with.
Oh, totally. Scotty, we went along on other conversations. We have 11 questions left, but we're at the 2-hour mark.
I can shoot some off. I know they're not all long answers.
Perfect. Okay,
Give
then
the limit of 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay, so we got 13 minutes left. Oh, well, yeah, I copy that. This is from
whatever we don't answer, we'll save unless it's time.
This is from at a dumb millennial. What junior would you add to House of Torture to team with Show and make it realistic? Is what he says. A realistic answer. So what are you thinking?
I can't pick Yo.
I would me. I said this on the show before. I would have 100% put Yo instead of Show in House of Torture, but too late now.
Show's the better wrestler. That's the thing.
Agree.
Like I think people forget.
Yeah.
By the way, great seeing crowds back at a New Japan show. That was awesome.
Fantastic stuff.
Should do that more. I have to think of the juniors in New Japan. That's like
I'm looking at
right. Where's a New Japan roster? How do I look at a New Japan roster?
I'll DM it to you, and I have to.
I found the profile.
Okay, perfect. Can you scroll down to those tag champions?
Which ones?
The IWGP Tag Champions.
That's hilarious.
So the profile
awesome.
picture for the IWGP Tag Team Champions are not like any sort of actual renders or anything from AEW. It's just screenshots from Forbidden Door.
They have so many units. That's insane.
And 100% Dax Harwood is currently being Irish whipped in this photo.
So the whole point is you gotta make it believable. You gotta make it someone that makes sense to join House of Torture.
Yeah.
Who is ready to be part of Hot Boy Summer? That's what you're asking me.
Yeah, I'll throw some names at you. And how about this? Well, I'll throw some names at you, and you tell me how you feel about it.
I'm going through this whole roster. It's like not pretty.
Well, how about this?
But
Here's some names. Hot Sauce himself, Alex Zane.
No.
House of Torture Sauce.
Just swerve on me.
House of Torture Sauce, Alex Zane.
No.
Okay. What about No, not him. I was gonna say Chris Jenkinson. Get out of here. What about Clark Connors?
No.
Danny Limelight. He's a free agent. He's no longer on MLW. No. Team Filthy is. I think he's better at Team Filthy.
No, that guy. I asked to interview that guy, and he asked me to pay him money. So no, absolutely not. Danny Limelight. You kidding me? I understand you got to make a living, but you kidding me?
Yeah.
I said no, and then he kept asking.
He kept asking you?
Yeah, Leo Rush.
House of Torture? No.
I don't know. Leo Rush's show would be a sick tag team.
What about we steal him from Suzuki Goon? Doki.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, let's go with Doki.
Doki's not bad. The problem is,
honestly, if I got to pick, I'd pick Yo. Like,
and do Yo and Show again?
I would just put them back together, but this time as heels. It'd be better.
I think the next member of House of Torture is probably going to be a young lion, honestly. There's no one really...
Narita just ruin everyone's day.
There's no one currently on the roster that is, like, perfect for House of Torture, especially as a junior.
The junior division's also, like, really weird.
So. Yeah. I could see, like, a young lion eventually joining them, but... What about Mascara Dorada?
No.
Mysterioso.
All right, move on.
Mysterioso. What about Mysterioso? Why not? Who cares?
Teton. All right, move on.
That's the correct answer. Teton.
Teton with a cool black scary mask.
I just want to see Teton again. Oh man, I love Teton.
Yeah, you could watch CMLL.
I could.
Oh, but
at Six Stardom says, who do you want to challenge Tony Storm for the title at Full Gear?
Shout out 6-Star. I want can't pick Jamie here.
It kind of looks like based on their tag match they're setting up, it could be a Serena Deeb as the next challenger, but I don't think that's for the pay-per-view.
I don't think Full Gear. Thunder Rosa.
It could easily be Thunder Rosa. It could easily be Thunder Rosa, assuming she's back in time.
That's my pick.
That's an easy. Pick. If it wasn't Thunder Rosa, who would it be?
That's not the question. That's not the question, Ryan.
I know it's not the question.
Who would you pick?
I'm asking.
Like, what do you want me to say?
Nyla Rose. There we go.
No, that's every other defense.
Then why not at the pay-per-view?
Athena.
Athena's not bad, I think.
She just got punked out though. Riho! Give me Riho!
Yeah. I mean that's your answer. Easy peasy.
I mean, is it easy peasy? Because I don't see her anymore.
I'll say this, Emi Sakura.
That'd be great too. I just don't have the dream of her ever making it to TV again. So.
Yeah, I know. But it is what it is. I think there's a couple picks here.
You're a couple picks.
Let's say screw politics. Say Yuka Sakazaki. Why not?
I like that one too.
This is from Jared Luthi. He's the DM for our Count Up Patreon Dungeons and Dragons show, Cantrips and Clotheslines. Very good show. He's a very good DM. First time, long time. If you were on a island jungle and goblins had their own federation for wrestling there, what would the Fed be called? So this is a island jungle of goblins in your team. What's the federation called, Scotty? It's a fun one. But there's also a thinker.
of goblins.
Yep. Wrestling Federation of Goblins on a tropical island destination. I will call it uh uh um beached bash of the beach wrestling. Easy peasy.
Wow, creative.
I was giving you all this time to think. Bash of the beach wrestling.
I don't know, dude. Goblin murder wrestling.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. This is also from Alex from Last Word on Sports Pro Wrestling. I hate you, Alex. With TV, I love you, Alex. How dare you ask me this insult? Work around the question asking. DM Scotty directly. How dare you? With TV money being the main revenue driver for companies now, do you believe Tony Khan should be less conservative with big matches and do more on TV to bump numbers and get a bigger TV deal? So I guess what he's saying is less conservative with big matches for pay-per-views and do more on TV to bump up numbers and get a bigger TV deal. I mean, I would say, well, you still need to sell the pay-per-views. So you kind of have to still save big matches for the pay-per-views. But if I've learned anything from this last pay-per-view, if I've learned anything for this past pay-per-view estimates, maybe do a couple of bigger matches on your pay-per-view to sell a couple more pay-per-views. Because the pay-per-view buys, Scotty, kind of low.
Rut-row.
For CM Punk main event, lowest pay-per-view of his era.
Not a draw.
Not a draw. The guy had the question. So what do you think? Do you think he should be less conservative with pay-per-view matches and do them on TV all the time? Do like Punk versus Moxley legit on TV, or do you want to just put that on the pay-per-view?
I mean, he's always been very focused on TV, I feel, more than his pay-per-views. I feel like that's always been the case. I think you kind of got to play it, right? In a way. Like, you got to understand what's big and what's not. Like, I feel like Moxley and Punk definitely lost some steam from being used.
Yeah.
So I would try to save big world title matches because this is the second straight year in All Out we saw the match before on TV.
Yeah.
Second straight year, which they did with Kenny and Christian Cage, of course. So,
and that was for
I would
political
stop doing
reasons.
that. I think giving away big matches are okay because most of the big matches you're giving away are for a purpose.
Yeah.
But don't give away world title matches. No. I
mean, there's also the idea of putting on bigger matches on Rampage, I think is also a thing.
Well, that's a funny one.
But to be fair though, it looks like they're starting to. They just had a world title match. They had a TV title match next week, and they're about to do a bunch of live Rampages like 2 months in a row. So I think it's certainly possible to do some of this stuff.
That is true.
I don't know. I think they're doing a fine job with it in terms of a split. I mean, you talk about saving big matches for pay-per-views. There were 15 matches. Not every single one of those were big matches, right? A bunch of 6-man matches aren't necessarily big matches other than for the title. But so I don't know. I think it's like he's doing a mixture of everything, and I think it's working. Now, when TV right conversations start coming up again, do you start loading up your TV with more stuff to try to bump that rating? Of course you do. Of course you do that. You do a world title match. Of course you do that.
No, yeah, you just don't use a world title match that you're going to put on pay-per-view 2 days later or 2 weeks later.
100%. I totally agree with that.
Because otherwise, why am I sitting around to watch your pay-per-view?
Yeah, I agree. This will be the last question of the show here, Scotty. This is again from @6Stardom. It'll be very simple, easy to answer. Favorite TV match of the year? and I will count that.
Did you just say that's very easy to answer?
No, it's not very easy to answer. Well, maybe I guess it is kind of easy to answer.
I mean, I'd have to remember every match that I see
or from TV. This will also take in our. I think this will also take up our.
AEW.
I think this will also take up our match of the week sort of conversation here.
Yeah, let me just look at AEW real quick.
That's
not from anyone else.
That's the easy answer. That's the easy answer.
Should
right
be
now.
the first TV match I watched this year, which was Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson. I like CM Punk versus MJF more than most people. Which another big match they gave away, by the way.
What of New Japan do we call TV matches? Are they all non-TV?
None.
Yeah, are they all not
TV? They're not on TV. How could it be? I saw FTR versus the Young Bucks live.
You did,
but I didn't see it on TV, so I'm not gonna count it.
Dang.
Probably Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia.
Ooh, those are pretty good.
The long one, the 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, the House of the Dragon gimmick.
Yeah, I think that was, or Kenny versus Ospreay.
The 6-man tag. Yeah, that is
clearly we didn't get the singles one. If we got if they wasted the singles one on TV, the Alex question would have had much more detail.
For AEW, and I guess New Japan's got from 5 stars, but that was like G1 climaxes and stuff, New Japan Cup or whatever. So if we're not counting that, if we're counting AEW, the top
TV came in big time for you.
Yeah, it would honestly be a tie. It would be the Elite versus United Empire, and then I would also tie that up with Adam Page versus Bryan Danielson at the beginning of this year. That 30-minute match in Newark, New Jersey, I thought was phenomenal. So tied up with those two, but yeah, that's what I would say as my current TV match of the year. Definitely not
question.
Not match of the year currently. Might scrape the top 10, but it has to contend with Evil versus Tama Tonga. So we'll see how it plays out.
Match of the year is Okada versus Ospreay.
We call that a callback. Yeah, do you have a current match of the year right now?
It's Okada versus Ospreay.
Yeah, I think that's probably mine as
well. From the G1, by the way, even though the Wrestle Kingdom one's also in my top
10. Yeah, I think it's going to be a challenge for me between the Briscoes and FTR versus Okada Ospreay.
I'm going to rewatch every match that I currently have in my top 10 before the end of the year when I'm scrambling, so I actually have it. Last year I was like, oh, let me watch all these matches that I don't remember.
Yeah. I also have from New Japan Cup Night 3, Shingo versus Ishii as a 5-star match, but but it's the thing of like, I probably rated a 5-star match at the time, but months later, I still remember Okada Ospreay. I still remember Briscoe's FTR. So they're like 5.25 in my brain and almost. So that's kind of where they're at right now. That's kind of where I'm at. I think I'm leaning Briscoe's FTR, but I
have to rewatch it.
Yeah, it might deserves a rewatch.
Never rewatched it. Never even thought of rewatching it. It was so good that first time, and I know if I rewatch it, it's not going to be as good.
I mean, it might. I mean, it's still pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic match.
There's certain matches that like you rewatch back, you're like, yeah, let's go, and that's always singles matches for me, or like Hangman and Kenny versus the Bucks, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I had the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks in my top 5 last year.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. But that is it for this week's episode. I'll serve that also as a match of the week for us as well. I think that was good. Thank you so much. We have a lot of questions still left over, so sorry if we did not get to all of your questions.
Save them for next week.
Yeah, I'll save them for next week. I was just about to look at the calendar to see how crazy next week will be. It looks like basically just a lot of previews, so maybe we'll be able to squeeze in a couple questions as well next week. But thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's episode of Ring Post Radio. I have been Ryan Knightsey. You can follow me at Twitter at Ryan Knightsey. You can follow Scotty Edwards on Twitter at Scott E Wrestling. That's a letter E there. You can follow the whole show at Count Out Pod, along with all the other shows that we do on the network. Independent Waters, Your Dose of Death, How to Talk to Your Friend About Wrestling, Okada Shorts, a New Japan podcast. Bunch of stuff. I also have the Patreon. patreon.com/countoutpod. We get a bunch of extra content. Like Ryan hasn't seen anything, which is our wrestling watching show, which I believe will have a new. The D&D is gonna be the next show that comes out. Episode 4 just came out of Ryan hasn't seen anything, and that episode is, and I don't remember it off the top of my head, so I'm pulling it up. It was the America's Most Wanted versus Triple X. That is the TNA Turning Point 2004. That is the gif of the Hurricane Rana off the steel cage. It's that match. And we watched it for the first time ever with each other. And what a match it was. But you can hear our thoughts about it and watch us watching the match on patreon.com/countoutpod. Scotty, do you have anything else to plug?
No.
Beautiful. You can check out Scotty's Day 13 Stardom article on Fightful.com. I'll plug that since I've dunked you earlier on the show about missed type.
That was like 7 of them, man.
There was a couple before we started the show too. There's a couple. It's fine. Like you said, 1 a.m. Thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of Ring Post Radio. We'll be back next week with an all new episode of Ring Post Radio. And